Yo, what the fuck, dude?
Hey.
What the hell? The hell's even up?
Dude?
Chilling, man. Dude.
Nothing.
You probably noticed I'm all mushed out right now.
You're mushed out, dude.
Yeah, a bro off IG, a Hawaiian mushroom company, sent me a bunch of shit, so I got it from the P.O. box right before I left. Enough said. A lot of Lion's Mane and shit. I'm on. Brittany was pissed as I took like all the different mushroom powders at once and left. She was like, "That's ridiculous. That shirt's too everything." She was hating on everything I was doing. I took all the different mushroom powders.
Yeah.
She was like, "You don't need that much." I was like, "Watch me." She's like, "That shirt's too big." I said, "Watch me."
Dude, I haven't taken.
I was Wahlberg, dude. I was.
You're the municipal, the mushies.
Municipal.
You gotta
dude.
stay prayed up, dude. Show me your underpants. Municipals.
I wish they were just
Sheath, dude.
Sheath,
obviously. Podcast underpants. I only wear podcast underpants.
How the freaking heck are you?
I'm doing fine. My allergies certainly kicked in this morning, and I'll tell you what, I'm none too pleased. But it could be that gas leak that's happening in my kitchen.
What? You got a gas leak?
Certainly.
You think the mices got in there?
I think the mice chewed the line because it stinks over there.
R.I.P. to whatever mouse broke through there. That's probably.
It was worth it. It was worth it to get rid of one of those fuckers.
Yeah.
Get my a cat, sweet dude. Niece. I can't get a cat.
I'm saying get it and then just fucking re-release it.
I could never do that.
It's a stray cat.
I could never do that to a sweet feline.
It's a stray cat.
I could never.
It probably wants out. Open the door. How about this? Open the door. Let it make up its own mind. If it stays, it stays. If it leaves, leaves. You can also get a cat. You can get someone to come in here and feed your cat while you're gone. But you said the companionship, it would kill it. Yo, then get.
I'll do you one better. Dude. I'll do you one better. I'm getting 5 fucking cats. Strays. I want it to be chaos in here.
It would smell so bad.
It'd be nuts. Dude.
Oh my God.
There'd be shit I would not clean it. You ever clean a litter box? It sucks, dude.
Hold it down tough here if one of them steps out of line.
I start beating the fuck out of these cats.
Beating cats is crazy.
Yeah, kicking them.
Dude, it's nice to think about cat ladies eventually going rogue and just beating their they beat their cats.
You would wail one of them. You would wail one of them. Scratching up the couch.
Oh.
Sitting next to you.
Come back from a Tinder date, dude. The guy was way taller in his pictures. You go back to your cat, you're just fucking, fuck you.
It's never going to happen.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. You're mushed up, dude.
Yeah, I'm all mushed out, bro.
I had to stop taking those after my vicious bout with diarrhea. I've been afraid of them.
It might not have been that. Although, yeah, if you're on the same program
from my program,
I was about to say if you're the same program, if it was Detroit style pizza,
yeah,
wings.
I did not.
Mushies.
Yeah,
maybe the mushies got in there and were like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Perhaps.
Get out.
Perhaps.
Evacuate. Dude, I had the most fucked up stomach all week. I don't know what I did. I set myself up for failure this weekend. I gotta look into that. But like, dude, I did the heaviest workout with the fucking DBs.
Yeah.
I went with the Disgusting Brothers and did a leg workout, which, dude, those two working out is one of my favorite things to think about.
Dude, did you see Spud?
He's looking yoked, bro.
No, I mean...
Oh, his fucking face?
His face and arm and shit?
Yeah, he fell, dude. He fucking busted his face up. What do you want from the guy?
He looks nuts, dude. He came in wounded yesterday. They did Stuff Island last night.
Yeah, he glued his face together.
Yeah.
He split his face in the middle of the night and just glued it together, went back to bed.
Glued it and put a neon bandage on his face.
I know.
His arms just mangled.
He ate it, dude.
He just says he slipped.
Any of us can fall like that.
I don't think, dude.
Any of us can fucking eat it like that. He took a biting tumble.
He said middle of the night he got up and his socks hit the fucking hardwood floor. And he fell forward.
Do you think he was taking care of business?
I don't know what he was doing. I think that looked like a Brewski Tumble to me.
I did look like a Brewski.
But apparently he didn't include that there was Brewskis involved.
No Brewskis. Yeah, I didn't ask. I was a gentleman about it. I was like,
I didn't ask either. But that's definitely a Brewski fault. Dude. You can't just walk to the kitchen and shatter your face and arm.
There's usually a chipped tooth involved as well.
Yeah.
But no, he explained it to me that he had something with his hands and he like just fully swan dived right into the fucking floor.
I mean, I get it. If it's pitch black.
Yeah, true.
Falling must be crazy.
He fell through the void, dude.
Yeah.
He felt the fucking grunt.
I'm trying to think of the last time I fell because it is funny.
Last time I ate
falling down is funny as hell.
I haven't eaten it. I can't think of the last time I fully. Oh, dude, I fucking ate. I ate it recently.
I remember the last time I fell. Hold on, I was hammered at JFK. And I fell in the bathroom.
No. You took a Brewski Tumble?
I took a Brewski Tumble at JFK, dude. Oh, no. It gets worse. I took a Brewski Tumble upon arrival. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings at arrival and got hammered. Me and O'Connor were like arguing. Me and O'Connor got shit faced.
Wait, you were arriving at the airport?
Buffalo Wild Wings in JFK.
You couldn't wait?
Upon arrival.
What the hell?
I think there was some NBA on.
We
were like, dude, let's just catch the fourth quarter and then we'll go home.
I see.
Had a couple of brewskis, started arguing. I think I was mid-argument with him, and then I went to the bathroom, and he was walking in as I was still laying on the ground. And I was like, this doesn't change anything, dude. You're still wrong. It ends the argument of me. If you slip at the bathroom at JFK, your life is meaningless. Dude.
You're over.
You're the biggest loser.
I'm surprised you could get up. Lesser men would have stayed there, dude.
Like a fucking Everest climber.
Like a bar, you're like a fucking shell on the hull of the boat, dude.
Oh, dude.
It's like a barnacle, dude. You just lay there.
Killing
and
me. I'm sorry.
Dude, I took quite possibly the lamest tumble the other night. I was going up. It was like, I always shut all the lights out. I like to walk up in the pitch black. Well, relatively dark. In my first floor, there's still like light coming through the windows. But I'm carrying my nightly glass of water up, and I go to like turn the blinds to
my
nightly
glass of water.
I need a night. I can't sleep without water next to me. So I get my nightly glass. It's the fucking vessel, dude.
You need a glass of water.
Yeah, but it's the nightly glass. It's
different than your nightly glass.
It's different than any other glass. The nightly glass hits so much different.
Oh, yes.
So I have it, dude. And it's like, sometimes I sip a little like on the way up and have to like turn around. I'm like, dude, that's my nightly glass. I need it to the brim. So I'm like sitting there, I'm carrying it, and I fucking go to twist the blinds to close them, and I tumbled, just like safely fell on my couch, but just spilled the water all over me. Like, oh, fuck. It was such a nerd tumble. It was fully like, again, no injuries whatsoever. I just tripped on my couch, like, nah. And there were seconds of water just hit me. I was like, dude, I fucking suck so bad.
Yeah.
In a dark room, just fucking wet, just like
covered in water.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Now I have to dry off before bed. Great.
I went right up and told my babe, I said, you probably love this because you fucking hate me.
Yeah.
But I fucking
You would enjoy this.
You would have loved to have seen me fucking fall.
I was
like
just
that.
embarrassed alone, which is hard to do.
Yeah, I'd rather have you cackling at me at my fucking expense because you love to see me fail. She
they
goes
all
in enemy. She's
the babes all do.
Dude, they would, dude. If you got hit by a car, they'd have to. They'd be like,
they love it. My woman here would remember cheering against me in UFC.
Yep.
What?
What the hell?
Support me.
Yeah, dude. Especially
in the octagon. Dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. People get hurt.
Easy. I just took some aggression out on you, dude. You just got punished, brother.
What are you mad at?
No, I'm not mad at you. No, I do hate your
I think
confidence.
he's mad at your outrageous claims that you can lift 265 pounds bench press.
Yeah, with no warm up. Yeah.
Dude, we're fucking lifting heavy. That would have been fine like a year ago to talk about that. We wouldn't have cared. But now, it's
me and Matt have been lifting heavy. You should have seen me.
Talk about
should have seen me yesterday, dude.
Don't fucking talk.
You couldn't even imagine what I was doing yesterday.
Yeah, lifting
I don't
weights.
even know what they're called.
What?
It's doing like you gotta spread your legs and hold a kettlebell in between and go like side to side lunges on each leg.
Damn,
it's fucking impossible, dude.
How much you do with that? 1,000 pounds?
Easily. Easy. This is how it all started. Me and Ahmed lifted, and he in the green room before the show, he's just like, "Did you guys lift?" We're like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Who lifted more?" And just immediately made it a competition. And then
it's not a competition either, Lemaire.
Just immediately, he's just standing there, didn't lift, just standing there, and he's like, "I could lift more." It's like, dude, why are you doing this to me? Why are you getting me going?
Trying to have
like
a fun
this?
time.
Yeah.
Put a bug in your crawl.
And then as soon as we got done saying it, he's like, "No, you started it." And I was like, "God damn it!"
Wow.
I can do it though. I can.
265.
Yeah.
1 rep max.
Yep.
We can settle this tomorrow, dude.
We can settle it right now. I told my trainer yesterday about it.
Load him up.
And I said, "Can we go into that gym tomorrow so Lemaire can bench 265?" He said, "Yes."
Let's go.
He also said he didn't believe in you. I said the guy hasn't benched in probably a decade, and he claims 265. He knows it in his soul.
What'd the trainer say?
He laughed. He said, "That's very funny." He said, "Ha ha ha."
It's crazy that he just underestimated me because I'm a freak, dude. I'll do it.
You're a freak?
I'm a freak, dude.
Why are you saying you're a freak?
Because I'm a freak.
Yeah, but what evidence? You can't just say I'm a freak.
True, that's a good point.
Oh, dude, this was making me laugh so hard. We were going to the Reds batting practice, and Lemaire was like, I played a little baseball. I was like, dude, you told me about your baseball career. Don't. I think he forgot he told me. It was so funny. It's my favorite story about Lemaire. He quit. He just walked off the field.
Oh yeah, you left your position.
Just walked straight. Just walked straight home. Just standing in the outfield playing with bugs. Just like, you know what? It's time for some Street Fighter, pizza rolls. I'm walking straight off the field.
That's crazy, dude.
Legendary.
Because you were saying you got to go in there if they like.
Oh yeah, we were saying I was like, if at BP they're like, I'd be like, dude, can we get one pitch?
Yeah.
I just want to feel. I just want to see it.
God.
You have to if you're there.
Did they give it to you?
No, I had no understanding of batting practice.
What'd they do?
No, it's just
T-ball?
2 Major League Baseball teams. They're not just letting dudes out on the field. I got there. I was like, I'm a fucking moron that I thought this was.
You thought there was a guy being like, all right, center left.
Yeah.
Heads up, second base.
They actually do that.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Guys like just slowly field balls. Yeah.
Just-
It was pause. It was awesome though. It was awesome.
Batting practice would be sick.
Yeah.
HRD would be nice too. A little
Nice.
HRD.
Got to see Votto hit some BP. Lemaire left a minute before we got in. As soon as you walked away, they were like, all right.
Well,
That did suck, though. That sucked. We
What?
were standing outside for like an hour and of just outside the stadium. It was the one day it was 90 degrees in Cincinnati. Just standing there getting cooked. It was tough.
So you took off and you didn't get into the stadium.
No, I took a scoot to the game store.
Freak.
You walked away from the game again. You walked away from the game again for the second time in your life. Keeps walking away from the game. Why do you keep walking away from the game, dude?
Keep walking into the cornfield, disappearing.
It's not my game, dude. It's not my game.
What's your game? Bench press is your game, dude.
Powerlifting.
By the way, you are built to be a perfect powerlifter. You could squat 9,000 pounds, dude.
No, dude, I could totally do the 265. I'm not even worried about it.
You do have short arms.
Short arms, big chest. He is strong.
Yeah, I know.
Undeniably strong.
No doubt.
But I just don't love the confidence having no. I don't think you've ever done it.
Listen, 265? I don't know if I've ever. No, I've never tried to max out, though.
Yeah, but when's the last time you benched? That's the only thing that I'm.
It was the pandemic. It was at a YMCA last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, it went that bad for you?
All right. We got some. What were you doing? Do you remember?
Well, like I was doing the arm Johns.
All right.
I was doing knees.
This is what I'm talking about.
You were hanging from fucking crosswalk signs and doing pull-ups?
Yeah.
Well,
Rough
anyway,
Riders.
hopefully we can settle that as soon as we get
Yeah,
done with
yeah,
this.
well, yeah.
'Cause that would make me very happy. Either way, it's going to be a victory.
Yeah, it's win-win.
If he gets it,
Awesome.
it's hilarious.
Awesome.
If he doesn't get it, ooh, I'm going to squeal in his face.
If he doesn't get it,
I'm not going to help him lift
I
the
was
bar
gonna say,
up
yep.
off his chest, and I'm going to
leave.
put my face over you and go, wee, wee. I say, squeal, swine.
He'll have to live under it until he can push it up. He'll be like the lady in the coffin in Kill Bill, dude. You have to punch him out.
Nice. Hey,
Back to us, dude.
hey, back to the real show. So you filmed your
dude.
first ever comedy
Film,
special
dude.
this weekend.
It was awesome.
How did it go?
I think it went well. It was again, I did the brutal workout the day of. I don't know. I was just like killing time. I was like, yeah. I'm gonna fucking. And it was because I was doing it with Billy. So he's like, oh, dude, this is gonna be the hardest shit ever. So I kept being like, sorry, it's not that bad. Just to fuck. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. Be like, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like, I left and was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
So then, since I had lifted so much, I was like, well, I need to eat a lot. So I didn't eat much for the first show, and then that night I went out and I pigged on Mexican food and ate like the spiciest fucking hot sauce possible. And I've had this stuff before. I knew it was a little spicy. I didn't know how spicy it was, dude. It was like I was like hiccuping. Spicy. It was so hot.
Yeah. Then
I like fucking rubbed it. It was on a paper towel, and I like went to blow my nose, and it went all over my face. I was fucked up. Yeah. So I woke up. So day one went well. One show, great. Way too spicy food. Everything's fine. Woke up that morning like spicy, like diarrhea. Yeah, true.
It's a day in the life, baby. Woke up, got out of bed, had some spicy diarrhea.
Yeah, before the second show, I ate Indian food. So my ass was, dude. I don't know why I did this myself.
I get it. But when you film a special, it's just pure panic, anxiety, spaz, dude.
Dude, and I was telling McKeever.
At least you did that. I went and shaved my head.
Yeah, I didn't get the haircut. Yeah. Thank God.
I was just walking. I was like, I got to make some change. I got to do something right now.
I was like,
I'm going to shave my fucking head before the special.
Well, that makes sense because you want your hair to look different.
Yeah.
Different show. I get that. But yeah, dude, I was telling McKeever, I was like, my stomach, between like the food I was eating and like the adrenaline I was like, my DNA thinks it's in the fucking Crusades, dude.
Yeah.
It's just nothing but like aromatic cuisines and just pure panic and just shitting. It was crazy. The diarrhea was unbelievable. I should have documented that as the intro.
Yeah, just a loud shit. Have this camera follow you out from a loud shit straight to stage. That'd actually be pretty sick.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But no, it went well, dude. It was fucking nerve-wracking, dude. The first, the day leading up to it, I was just like, fuck, dude. There's going to be so many cameras. I'm going to shit the bed just blank and be like, nope, I'm not doing this. My negative self is still strong. And it was just like, dude, what if, hear me out here, brother. What if you fucking go up there and go, camera one, camera two,
It's just the whole special. Staring straight in every camera.
I give myself no credit at all. That's like, of course. In my head, I was like, there's a 40% chance I'm going to go,
It's just, you can see the camera, you just go.
Dude. Then I got out and the first show was fine. I was like, what the fuck? I'm nuts.
It's so scary.
I was for sure convinced I was going to go, what is this? This is the mic for the crowd?
Take all your clothes off. Should have a full mental breakdown. Yeah, even talking about it right now is giving me the willies.
Oh, yeah.
I got like 2 more weeks.
At least you've been through it before, though.
Not like this one.
Yeah, true.
It was a theater with big cameras. Big cameras. I'm just going to go.
Even more so, dude. Oh.
Yeah, with the YouTube, I felt like...
Go out. How many levels is this theater?
Woo, that's big.
How many people here again? That's like the size of my high school.
So many, fucking 10 times the size of my high school. Shit. Yeah, it's one of the worst feelings.
Yeah, it stunk. I was
and you experienced the blues a little after the post special blues.
Yeah.
Dude. At least you were. I had to sit by myself.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
It was very, very weird.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. I did have a touch of sweetness though. I did a 4:30 p.m. show, and Maya got to come to that. So that was, dude. She got to chill backstage and just watching the cameras. And dude, right before I went on, so I was like, she came. It was like Gardini was about to go up. She came back and she was like, she loves the idea of being at my work. She's like, I'm at Daddy's work. She loves it.
Oh.
So she came back. She's looking at the little monitors and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I said something to her, and she was like, "You're funny, Daddy." And I was like, "Oh, thank you."
Oh,
I was gonna cry, dude. She killed me.
I would have cried.
I know, she killed me.
I almost cried on stage this weekend.
What happened?
My uncle died, and then towards the end of my set, I found out that day, like before the show, and I was on stage, and I was like, in my head while they're laughing and clapping, I was like, he was so proud of me. Oh. And there was just a part where I was like, just looked at the camera. Anyway, I should have brought that up.
Yeah, no, that's
your daughter saying that is.
But then
so fucking
this was
sweet.
the worst. I came off because she was only there for a little bit and left to get dinner. So I came off and I was like, yeah, that one was all right. I mean, I'm just going like full psycho talk, and I'm like, after like 5 minutes, I'm like, hey, where's Maya? And Brittany's like, you're just fucking realizing right now. I was like, yeah, all right, come on. I'm fucking coming in. I'm coming in from another I had to like step down back in the stratosphere, bro. But yeah, dude, it was my parents came to one of the shows. That was really nice. They haven't seen me do stand up for like probably 12 years.
Ooh.
So they came.
Big jump.
Yeah, that was So they got my dad got stopped at the door. He brought a gun and a knife on him. To the show. He had the hawk on him and that thing. Dude, he had a hawk and a toast on him. Yeah, he was like, because I saw my mom. I'm like, oh, where's dad? She's like, he's back in the car.
Know why. I'm not going into the city.
Dude, he came back in the city, dude. He came up like Bayou Billy, dude.
Going into the city, you need to bring a gun. If you've been outside the city for a while.
Dude, having the hawk is so funny. The gun, he had a 9mm on him and then a knife. Like fire his last shot. Then
what'd they say? Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd they say?
They were like, dude, they metal detector. They do the wand. God bless you.
Thanks, bro.
They do the wand, and they wanded him. They were like, dude, you have the hawk and the toast on you. He's like, yeah. So
I didn't think those things worked.
Oh yeah, apparently, yeah, they got him. I told him, I'm like, dude, next time, let me know. I'll let you in the back if you want to keep that thing on.
Yeah, if you need the handgun during my special. It'd be like Manchester by the Sea if you bombed.
True.
Get off stage, just take it out of his holster.
That was my best show, the one they were at. That was sweet.
That was the one I was most worried for you.
I know, me too.
As soon as I heard a bunch of your family was coming,
they were sprinkled through.
You're fucking this thing up,
dude. There was parts of there. My whole family was there on the one night on the one show, like my cousins and stuff. Yeah. There was one show I did where like I was sitting there on stage and I'd be blah blah blah. Then I'd look out and be like, oh, there's one of my neighbors. And I talk, and I'd be like, oh, there's a guy I went to high school with.
Yeah.
And it was just, I started getting like spun out. And I was just like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, that's tough.
It went well, though. It went well. We did, we recorded a bunch. And I'm excited. I'm trying not to be a big baby and be like, can I see it now? Can I see it now, please? Can I please?
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting. They said tomorrow or Wednesday. So I'm like, that's fine.
I do this thing where if I see someone in the crowd, I just convince myself it's somebody I know. I'm like, oh, that's that guy. And the whole show, I'm like, it's just the one guy. And then the lights come on at the end. I'm like, that was not that guy. That was not even close to that guy. I did that. Oh, fuck. Who was it? I was convinced it was like a famous actress.
Really?
And the whole time I was like, holy shit, I can't believe she's here. Dude, I thought it was like, for real, I don't remember who it was. I thought it was like a Meryl Streep level
God damn.
famous actress in the front row the whole show.
Funny.
I was like, just looking at a woman that was like, what?
That's hilarious. Yeah, I had the opposite. It was like one of my friends from high school. I was kind of like, is that him? And I was like, that looks just like. And I was like, wait a second here.
It is him.
Yeah, it was. It was cool. It was a cool experience, man. I'm glad I'm through it. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty. I could have seen myself never doing that. Just wondering.
Yeah, you should. You had to do that.
Yeah, you have to. But yeah, I'm glad. It was nice too. I had to like think about how to talk. I never think. I just am like, and I was like, oh fuck, you have to talk clearly.
Yeah.
Shit. So that was it. Just minding my mannerisms and stuff.
Mannerisms is
my hands. So I'm like this. I do this a lot. I think I go.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was pretty much it, dude. But yeah, Sean you should have seen Sean, dude. Hero of the weekend.
The guard dog.
Dude, he had to do like
what a legend.
12 or 13 complete ledge. No. 12 to 13 up front. House. I didn't know what the house lights were. I didn't know meant all the lights were on in the room. I thought it was just like a little light. Yeah. That you could lower. Gardini was doing 12 minutes up front, cold audience, totally lit room.
Why? Why were the house lights on?
It was like McKeever had this idea that like you keep them up, and then when I went on, because it was like announcement, and then the lights would that way it would like, as there was going to be a gap between Sean and me for like filming purpose, some sort of filming purpose. So then like he was like the lights will drop, and then that'll signify to the audience. So I was like, yeah, that sounds cool to me. I thought they were like dim and then dimmer.
Yeah.
Gardini was out there in the blistering fucking heat.
Oh my
dude.
God.
Dude. And then after I got done, he had to come out and do the check spot.
Oh my.
So I got done. I mean, I was a total prima donna.
No, you weren't.
I was a total prima donna.
It was
all
your
week.
special night.
Sure, it was my special
I
night.
was happy to help.
My night's up. But dude, he was out there. Just people would stand up.
I was
fighting.
brutal.
I had to watch him do it like 5 times.
Yeah.
Me and Noah sang the national anthem though. That
Yeah.
was the one nice
That's
time.
pretty sick.
Yeah, and I came out to the very end. I came out, brothers in arms, and I was like, "Oh, I'll come out with you." Almost left him out to dry. I was like, saw him out there. I was like, "Man, I'm a little tired. I don't feel like going back out there."
Yeah.
And I said, "Yeah, I can't leave."
You
him
went
like
back, dude.
I was like, "I can't leave him like that."
Barcelona.
Yeah, no, we went out. It was fun. We had a little, we had some talk. Some guy was saying, he's like, "Dude, I fucking, I got my kid. I didn't get my kid circumcised because you said it was bad." And then like 3 weeks later, you said maybe it's not that bad of an idea. I was like, you can always wait, dude.
Great.
Yeah, I was like, you can always wait, you know? You don't have to do it right now. I told him, I'm like, if you catch him masturbating, take him right to the hospital and fucking cut his fucking skin off.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Just mutilate him.
Trans him.
True. Back and forth. How many times do you think you can trans back and forth before you die?
Probably like twice, dude.
You think you can only do it twice?
It's a pretty vicious surgery.
True.
Yeah.
Imagine getting reunited with it. Can you freeze your dong just in case? No,
Should.
I think you have to turn it inside out to make
Yeah.
a vagina. Dude,
It's like sauerkraut.
Mr. Garrison, that's a cartoon, Sean. We're talking about real fucking life and real. Sean, we're talking about real Americans.
We're talking
real
about
people.
real Americans, dicks and pussies.
Talking about our United States military.
Speaking of the military, shout out to the SEALs. Let's go. They came through.
How those mainland SEALs versus the West Coast SEALs?
They're good. They were the sniper boys.
Ooh,
Extra scary.
prairie fellers.
Yeah. No, they were. That's just where the training is. They're from all over.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But it was good. Good time. Good hang.
Dude, can I float a theory by you?
I'd love to hear it.
So Noah was at Pride Parade. His business, his life. I don't even care. It's whatever. He was at Pride Parade.
I was
He was just
walking
walking around.
What were you doing there?
I was walking home from my girlfriend's, and I said, I'll check this out.
Yeah.
Walking home from your girlfriend's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's his name?
So Noah was walking through and he was saying
Got that one from the snipers.
he said there's a lot of naked people, right?
There was a few naked people.
Naked people. Lemaire said he walked through as well.
Obviously.
And he said he was getting raging hard-ons. But he was saying that there was...
Wait.
I said there's naked ladies.
Because of the babes. Because of the babes.
He's choosing. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, there's babes.
And you got a boner walking through?
Dude, I was fucking boned up.
Gonna pop the floats, dude.
like,
so
what the
Lemieux
hell
was
is
saying
this?
there's a bunch of black lesbians.
Black lesbian.
Black lesbians there. Were they on a float, Lemaire, or they were just posted up together?
They're just posted up.
Oh yeah, the black lesbians were just big old black posted up on the corner.
Dude, Noah, man, what the hell?
Noah.
Noah, can
It's
you
PC.
please?
It's PC. My friends are lesbians.
Dude, Jesus
okay.
Christ, Noah.
Yeah.
Studs is the preferred term.
Studs. Actually, I do think in the African American community, it is fairly okay to
True.
say the D word. I would never.
Yeah, true. Jesus Christ, Noah.
That's not a word I use, even off.
Stud.
mic.
I actually prefer studs phonetically.
Studs is nice.
Well, here's my theory. My theory is that so Lemaire said there was a bunch of studs, black lesbians, catcalling white ladies, pogs, basically, fat ass white ladies.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's fun.
pretty awesome. The theory I floated to Lemaire, and he seems to be in agreement. I don't know what's in his heart, but I'm saying that black lesbians, on the terms of the cool hierarchy, are neck and neck with white guys, straight white men. I would say straight white men and black lesbians are just as cool as each other, and I think black lesbians hate that fact.
And black guys are the coolest?
They're cooler than us and black lesbians, yes, I'd say. For the time being.
True.
For the time being.
Till
dude.
we rise
All
up.
empires fall. All empires
True.
fall. All empires
There
fall.
are cracks in the empire right now.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You
For
can see
sure.
it.
For sure. For sure.
It's time for the white people to become cool.
We could. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
We've
it
done
could.
it before.
Yeah, dude, we will be back. But yeah, I think that would be a contentious point if you were to meet a stud and bring that up. But I think it's the absolute truth.
In the hierarchy of coolness, you're saying us and black lesbians are tied?
I think we're neck and neck. I honestly, to be fair, I might be kind of a bit partial but ourselves, but I think we're a little bit above them.
I don't know. Every black lesbian I'm friends with is cool.
Yeah, but I think they try too hard to be cool. Cool just emanates off us easier. In my opinion, I saw it. I was there. Me and Brittany were out eating the one night, and it was just studs. It was a studle date, dude. It was 2 studs with their babe.
It was stud love.
And dude, Brittany kept getting mad at me because I kept like anything they were doing. I kept trying to copy their marriage, and I was like, they're trying too hard. I was like, they're trying too hard. I'm just swagged out. I'm naturally swagged out. I think the swag.
You are naturally swagged.
Yeah, I think they're forcing the swag. A little bit. I have nothing against them. I think they're cool. They're cooler than Asian dudes. They're cooler than Asian dudes.
White lesbians might be dead last. They are fucking brutal, dude.
You knocked the wind out of me with that, dude.
They might be dead last. How about Indians making a run lately? Yeah. Indian dudes are making a run, dude. Yeah. They're cool. They're cool.
Yeah. They're cool. They're coming from. I mean,
Indian dudes. I'm talking legit guys. The Indian. Yeah. My life, my attitude. Those guys. My rules. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, right now things were locked in place. Now things are kind of like
Muhammad. Muslims are gaining on me too.
Really?
I like that stuff.
Well, they all love Andrew Tate now. Muslims all love Andrew Tate.
I like it a lot. With Islam, I'm starting to come around.
What happened?
Obviously, Catholicism is the one true religion.
What were you guys talking about?
Just, never mind. No, I'm not. You know how Muhammad married a 6-year-old? That was once I had a couple drinks. I was reminding him that
you guys were debating.
The prophet married a 6-year-old.
Were you guys debating figureheads of your respective religions, though?
Yes. He was calling. He opened with Catholics are pedophiles. I said, brother.
Yeah.
Google Aisha. YouTube or Google Muhammad Aisha.
Aisha was
the 6-year-old that Muhammad married.
You think that was kind of like layaway?
Till she was 9, I think.
What?
But I don't know.
9?
That's neither here nor there. I forgot about that part. That was nasty. Other than that, I really like Islam.
Yeah.
We were drinking. We were doing car bombs. Got your ass. Dude, I've been fucking you up. Car bombs. He never admits that I beat him in car bombs. This was just, had to do it to him. Then he started playing the basketball game at the bar.
What happened?
Had to do it to him.
What?
I was just dominating,
dude. No. I won the game. You got more points, though. I won the first game. The second game, he got more points. The second game.
Wait, you won the
just
first
seeing
game?
who could get the high score. You played 3 rounds. I played 2. I got the high score.
Yeah.
You couldn't beat it. You choked, dude. You had it. He had it. He had it. It was so easy. I've never seen someone choke. He missed his last 10 shots.
Was this before you guys went and bench press and came back and he's like, I can lift more weights than you guys?
This was probably after that. This probably started I'll beat you in every single thing.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
Yeah. The car bomb was the night before. But then the basketball was the next day.
I can admit defeat to the car bomb. It was my first time losing.
I'm surrounded by nincompoops.
So you opened your eyes to them. What did you like about the Muslim faith?
I just liked saying Allahu Akbar.
That shit's fucking
sick.
sick.
That was fun.
Praying, what is it, 5 times a day?
That's a little much.
That shit, I think it rules. It's a smoke break. They basically build in a smoke break.
Yeah.
I used to work with a Muslim guy who used to lay down on pizza boxes and do that.
But hearing the call to prayer, if you lived in one of those cities, hearing that song 5 times a day would get a little...
Yeah, but imagine if you were just chilling. It was like, on eagle's wings. You're like just opening your eyes like, oh, fuck yeah. This is fucking sweet.
That is nice.
It's kind of nice.
And he
I am the Lord of the dance, said he. And you're like,
yo.
Oh, shit, dude. It's fucking lit, dude. It's 7 a.m. It's already so fucking lit.
It is lit.
They're probably like singing those songs on those speakers are probably like, she had fabulous green eyes and was mysterious. She was so mysterious. She was my...
I don't think they're that creative in their songs.
Uncle's friend.
I think, I think it's just like, God is great. Over and over again.
It's something about the one that got away.
You think?
Yeah. I want to see the brother.
My life, my rules, my attitude. Yeah, I think Indian dudes are making a run.
May her butter bucket always be full.
Yeah, it's just gibberish crap.
It's so funny making fun of different people, dude.
Obviously, dude. It doesn't get old.
It's so fun though.
God, it's fun.
It's such a funny joke. It does suck because obviously there are people who are. We're basically like there are people who are like fluid about sexuality. We're just fluid about like everything else.
Yeah.
Like some people would hear this and be like, "That's not funny.
Yeah.
That's us they're talking. We don't have butter buckets."
How do they know about the fucking butter buckets? How did they find out about our precious butter buckets?
I think most people can just be like, oh, obviously it's a joke, but there's definitely people that are locked in, unfortunately, who are going, they're not allowed to do that.
I get it.
That's against the rules.
No, I kind of get it. Everybody, yeah. When they come for you, then it's like, wait a second.
Yeah, but if it's funny, I'll take it.
Sure.
But yeah, maybe people don't appreciate that though. We don't have songs about the girl who got away. She wasn't my uncle's
Yeah, do they
friend.
change? I don't think this song changes.
I don't think so.
I think it's the same call to prayer every time, right?
It's just like Beatles covers. Real news.
Elvis.
In a caliphate.
Yeah, it's tough to do. It's tough to get off that.
I might start exploring. Yeah, you can slide something in.
Yeah.
Can't touch this.
Can't touch this. They do need to switch up the song. Lollipop would be so sick.
Lollipop would be net.
Every day, 5 a.m. Bim, 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 bim. I am the candy man.
Oh,
That's close.
So nasty. You think it's the same song every morning? Like the fucking,
I believe it is. In my heart of hearts, I
it's
believe.
just fucking,
It's the exact same song 5
how
times
awesome
a day.
It's how awesome is
every
our God.
single day.
How awesome is our God?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's
Till you hear that Fortunate Son coming, if you guys. Every once in a while, the song stops and you hear down down. You're like, God damn it, we got oil. Some folks are born.
Yeah, true. I forgot that comes.
What else is going on? What else is going on?
If you haven't found the perfect Father's Day gift yet, don't panic. Your old man just wants to look sharp. Help him out with Manscaped. Shave his penis for him. Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 is everything dad needs to get grooming. The package includes the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker 2.0, ear and nose and hair trimmer, crop preserver, ball deodorant, crop reviver, toner, and performance boxer briefs. Wow.
Whoa.
Everything comes in a classy travel bag, making it easy to gift. I mean, there's nothing for me to say about trimming my pubes. I do it every 2 months, and I get pubes everywhere. And my wife spazzes.
I wait till it gets fully out of control.
Oh, dude! And then I hit my wife with prickly
Feels so.
pubes.
How good does your penis and balls feel after you shave?
Oh my
Get in
God.
the shower, put some soap on it. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I
didn't
can't
know it was
stop
gonna
touching.
feel
This
this good.
is my personal endorsement. I can't stop touching my smooth penis.
Yeah, once I shave my sack, I rub it.
Let's
raw.
just say it takes me back. If your dad,
Is that in there? Takes me back to when I was a youth, smashing my penis in the shower.
if your dad already has his grooming routine down, hook him up with gay dad. Hook him up with your Manscaped Boxers 2.0 or some new shower gel to get things squeaky clean. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code drenched at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code drenched. Make this Father's Day one he won't forget with Manscaped.
Fucking think about it. Guys, are you looking for the perfect Father's Day gift? How about you get him a Wi-Fi connected digital picture frame from Aura? I'm going to get Phil one with a preloaded photo of men's butts. They wrote that. That was actually really funny.
Did they write that?
Yeah, shout out Aura for that.
Good job, Aura.
Named the #1 best digital picture frame by Wirecutter, The Strategist, and Wired. Aura frames are guaranteed to make dad and grandpa smile every fucking day of their shitty lives. No USB ports, no SD cards, no hassle. These frames are simple to load, simple to set up. With the free unlimited storage, you can add photos and videos from any device instantly from anywhere in the world throughout the Aura app.
Get Phil
That's so nice.
Get dudes' butts and then like just pictures of like they do on like TV of like starving children. Get starving children, dudes' butts.
If you can Wi-Fi send if you can send these, yes, this is actually really great. Get everyone in the family with the free app and they can send photos from the trip to Texas while you're still in fucking where you eating barbecue. Come on. Oh my goodness. Matt. Not while I'm in the middle of this. Right now, Aura has a great deal for Father's Day. Listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com/MSSP. That's AURA frames.com/MSSP. Use code MSSP to get up to $30 off and free shipping on their best-selling frames. This deal ends on June 18th, so don't wait. Terms and conditions apply. Matt, if you cut the cheese one more time while I'm trying to fucking read these things, you better quit cutting cheese. Back to the show. That was an intense.
It was crazy, dude.
I think we only had 2.
One more. Yeah, Shane, we were brought to you by Bird Dog Shorts. Did you know Bird Dogs do the exact same thing Lululemon yoga pants do, but for guys? What, make my pussy look fat and tempting? They invented a cloud knit fabric that looks just like khaki, but it stretches so you get a slim, sculpted look. I honestly do like Bird Dogs pants. Bird Dogs pants and shorts. I've been looking at them. I have Target shorts, and I've been looking at my Bird Dogs, and I'm like, man, I wish I incinerated these Target shorts and had just BD gear.
BD gear's sick.
I'm about to fucking
no diggity.
I'm gonna buy some more Bird Dogs.
Yeah.
With anti-stink, sweat-wicking fabric, you'll stay cool and dry instead of hot and swampy. You can even swim in them. Bird Dog would have silenced that part.
Disgusting brothers.
Head to birddogs.com/drenched and enter promo code DRENCHED for a free Yeti-style tumbler with every order.
Think about it.
That's birddogs.com/drenched, promo code DRENCHED, and get your free tumbler with every order. Birddogs.com/drenched. You won't want to take them off.
You're never going to want to take them off.
Girls will have to wrestle them off.
Girls are going to have to rip your fucking slacks off. Bye. Goodbye. Welcome back to the show. What else we got, dude? What else? Shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals offensive line. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out to the Bengals. Shout out to the Muslims.
Shout out Bengals. Shout out Muslims. Shout out Cincinnati Reds staff, pitching staff.
Shout out motherfucking.
Shout out to the relief pitchers from the Cincinnati Reds. Navy
shout out
Seals.
McKeever. Shout out Billy and Spud.
Shout out McKeever in war mode. Let's go. Let's get it.
Dude,
shout out
Stuff
Island. I got in a fight with O'Connor last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, classic.
About what?
The exact same thing every single time.
What about like the steel dossier?
Admit you're wrong. Yeah. I just came home drunk, just like, dude, admit you're wrong one time. He was like, he for real is a Tim Robinson character.
He can't do it.
I always admit when I'm wrong. I just can't think of it right now. Like it really is. Like, I tell you I'm sorry, but I can't.
He's telling you, he's like, there's nothing in my head. I'm being honest with you, and there's nothing I'm wrong about. Sick. That's a kind of a sick move.
And he was drunk enough that I could fuck with him a little.
Yeah.
Like I was acting like I was very upset with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, think of one thing. I'm going to go upstairs and get something. Think of one thing you were wrong about. And when I get back, I want you to have it. And he was like, okay. Like he was taking it seriously. It was very fun.
That's a fucking horror show to think about.
What, just
being hammered. There's two people hammering the thing.
Yeah.
Running psyops.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
I think he's running a psyop.
You think he's
I don't know if he's doing it intentional or not, but the second Biden won, he was like, I'm done with politics. I'm not going to pay attention to any of this.
Well, that's a calculated move, though. It's
a
nice.
calculated move. He was the king of politics.
Yeah, he was into him.
He was the whole time.
Yeah.
Now he's like, you were the one who cared. I don't even think I ever thought about politics. I'm like, damn, O'Connor, I don't know if you're doing this on purpose, but if you are, you're a genius.
Yeah. I honestly think the more Biden falls, the more I appreciate him on it. At this point, he's on his 5th fucking fall.
Yeah.
I watched him fall the last time. I was like, this
was
son of a bitch,
fall,
bro.
dude. It reminded me of JFK.
Yeah.
The airport. The airport. Not that fall. He took a big tumble. He fell, and I love the way Biden fell and got up and pointed.
That was nice, man. That
like, what
right
the
there.
fuck was that?
The hell was going on
Just
right there?
blamed something on the ground immediately.
Yeah, it was the thing's fault.
Perhaps.
To be fair to him, if that thing wasn't there, he's like, who the fuck put a sandbag in my path? But yeah, he's how many tumbles has he taken so far? Is that like fucking
documented
5?
a lot?
Yeah, yeah, true.
He must be falling all day.
Oh my god.
He must be riddled with bruises, dude.
Yeah, dude. He's at the
that age. That fall wasn't easy.
He can crack a femur.
That bike fall was fucking tough, dude. That was just straight to his side.
Dude, that's yeah. Now, what's the count at right now?
Counting falling up the steps?
The count right now is at least 8 since winning the 2020 election.
He says 8 public spills?
Yeah, some
he
website.
8 times.
Some website made an article. Four incidents have been up the stairs.
Up the stairs is tough.
On his way to the plane. On his way to the PJ.
Yeah, who among us hasn't fallen up the stairs?
That one was like today, 3 up the stairs at once.
Oh, really?
He just kept falling up the stairs.
Yeah. Maybe he's counting all of them.
He keeps somebody must have gotten his ear and be like, dude, you got to display how fucking young and spry you are.
So
he always tries to like jog places. For a while he was jogging.
Yeah, I've seen him do that before.
He jogs out. It's pretty nice. He comes out of the bullpen like rocker. Dude.
Yeah, like
just sprints out. I'm about to mumble.
They must have like metal rods. They must have metal rods in his bones or something. Because
the way he's falling, you'd be damaged, dude.
Yeah, he's at the age where he can like break his leg.
When my grandma was his age, we've talked about it. She fell behind a bush trying to get her hose and just had to lay there for like 7 hours in the summer behind a bush.
Really?
In the mulch, just. Finally, the neighbor kids got home from school and she was like, "Hello." They just saw it was a witch, dude. They saw an old woman's head sticking out from a bush.
Oh my god, they probably thought the azaleas.
Don't go over there.
Yeah, dude.
She's gonna eat us.
Oh, they probably thought like the azaleas were talking to her, talking to them or whatever. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's terrifying, boys.
He's geezed up.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I told him I gotta tell this. It makes me laugh every single time. Phil. She was living with us. She fell right at the front door. She was just on the ground next to our front door in like that side room. She was just laying on the floor. Phil had to move a couch in, so he asked the neighbor kid to carry it in with him.
Oh.
So the kid was carrying that end. Phil's walking it in. The kid goes in first and is like, "Oh my god!" Like an old woman's just laying on the ground. Phil came in second. It was like, Jesus Christ!
There was just a downed woman.
Just a downed woman. And you know how weird it is when you go into like your neighbor's house?
Yeah.
Like you just see this house every single day of your life, and then you finally get inside it and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, true.
I had no idea what this was.
Oh.
Then you see just a woman laying on the ground like, hello.
That'd be a nice Jones for a billionaire to have, like, to hit up retirement homes and be like, yeah, give me like 10 of them. Just have elderly ladies laying around on the ground.
Throughout.
That's kind of decadent. Just have like dying ladies.
Decadent,
you feed them, you give them a good end of life. Like not quite hospice, but like just make sure that, if they fall, they're down. It's like, that's it.
An interesting way to like hoard, like people hoard cats.
Oh.
You find like a dead cat under the couch.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, having hoarding old ladies would be nice. Dude.
Yeah, old ladies like that have the shelf life of like a fish you win at a carnival. You take home in a bag. You're like, I'm going to take care of this thing. 3 days later, you're like, fuck. Shit. Son of a bitch, it's gone.
These things die right away. It's crazy.
Yeah, they die. What the hell?
One of them with 15 years later is just huge. You're like, what the fuck?
It's an 8-foot woman. This thing's not going anywhere.
Nobody believes you. Like, you didn't get her from the fucking home. Get the fuck out
Got
of
her
here.
in 3rd grade.
Dude, I swear to God, my brother fed it every day.
That was funny. Dudes get those fucking goldfish.
Oh, my God.
10 years later, they got a fucking carp.
Dude, I don't think I ever took them out of the bag. I would get them from the fair, and they'd be in a bag, and I'd be like, nah.
I'd put it down. back to the Vidya games.
I know.
Hit pause, be like, oh shit! I left that thing out on the sidewalk.
Yeah, the water just boiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a shame. I want to get some hermit crabs going this summer.
Hermit crab. Yeah, you got kids. They're gonna love those fucking
hermit
things.
crabs would be nice.
Hermit crab. I wanted hermit crabs so fucking bad,
dude. I would come back and
my parents never got. My uncle got me one.
Did he really? Beast. What a fucking beast. Yeah,
What
you
a
come
legend.
back. I'd be like, it's going to switch shells. I come back, it would switch. I'd be like, so mad I didn't see the switch happen. I was like, fuck.
I'd love to see the switch.
Yeah, I mean, dude, when you get the hermit crab, when they come damn near all the way out of their shell, That's exciting.
I was always kind of scared of them.
Yeah, I mean, they could pinch you.
I was scared of hermit crabs.
I
remember being a kid and being like,
dude, I know guys who fucked around with like the big ass hermit. I always stayed with little guys.
With the fucking thick
The
claw.
real pincher, dude.
Yeah.
I've never got pinched by a hermit crab.
I have not either, and that's because I was extremely cautious around those.
So was I. So was I.
I was really cautious.
I got them little enough where they could walk around in your hand and stuff.
Yeah.
And you feel them feeling around, but my older cousins would have the fucking big boys. And I'm like, man, you got to be kidding me.
That's so fun.
How long? What's a hermit crab's lifespan? Because I'm gonna see if I can keep one alive and keep switching it up. Get that thing into a fucking conch.
You still got that bonsai tree?
Yeah, it's on my roof deck. I swear to God, it's on my roof deck.
Is that thing still alive?
It's hibernating right now.
No, you can't do a hermit crab. You can't do a bonsai.
Yeah, right. Hermit crabs
is like 500 years.
Dude, no way. Those things are so hard. Dude, let me tell you a little story about that bonsai tree.
That was a symbol of our friendship. Dude.
I know, but here's the thing.
You let it die?
I tried my fucking best.
I know.
So here's what happened. That thing that was not meant for indoors. The company that sold that was a Chinese elm. So that thing was meant for like chillier temperatures. So I'm like, it's in my house. It starts shedding like fucking crazy. There's a deeper meaning in the story.
You could have thrown this thing out.
Dude, I was fucking watering it, doing all this stuff. The leaves kept falling off. I was like, fuck. Apparently the soil, if you get a bonsai, the soil they give it to you in is bullshit. They give you like fucking nonsense soil. So then I'm fucking freaking out. I'm putting it in this window, putting in this window. The leaves keep falling out. Finally, I just put it outside. Dude, the thing just flourished, bounced back. Did all this research. It said Chinese elms can take the frost. It's perfect. So it's flourishing, and then like winter came.
Summertime, it chills.
Leaves fell. No, dude, this thing's dead. But then
you just kept it.
But here's the deeper story: is the elm when I was doing everything I could, and it was just the stuff was falling. I let it out to the elements, and it flourished, and then it died.
Oh, that's all right. Everything dies.
Well, the winter time, I think they'd snap it out. But yeah, if you get a bonsai, man, get it out of that plant immediately. Then you have to replant them in the spring. You can't just replant them.
When I bought it for you, and then it came with like a full like course on how to maintain it, and I was like, maybe this is some shit Matt would like.
I love bonsai trees, but I love the idea of them.
That's a lot of work.
So much fucking work.
Even learning anything about a fucking plant.
My thing is, the problem with it is like you can experiment with different plants, and if it dies, it dies. The bonsai is such a high ticket item.
Yeah.
I was freaking out trying to fucking do it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna transplant it. And they're like, you got to transplant it in the spring, it'll die. And I'm like, fuck. I was panicking for like a month.
I appreciate you putting in that effort.
I was panicking for a month, but yeah, the funny story is like I did have that bonsai ready to tell a story about it and be like, yeah, and I put it out and it flourished. Now where's it now? Like it's dead.
It did die, but
dude, that was to me. I was like, that was cool. When I put it outside and it just started budding, I was like,
you just strike me as a bonsai guy.
I am a bonsai guy.
I was like, I got the perfect gift.
I am a bonsai. I was talking to Brittany.
Nobody buys a bonsai tree for a friend.
Nobody.
I was like, I got fucking Spud, the Lord of the Rings axe.
Yep.
Billy, the autograph Trump.
Yep.
Bonsai tree.
You were right. You were absolutely right.
What would you get Lemaire? If you could get it, a man who has everything.
Let me see. I mean, it would be definitely
the brand new edition of Street Fighter would have been nice.
He got it already. He's got everything. Yeah, he's got fucking everything. I would get Lemaire.
I'm gonna get you a Steam Deck right now. You can have it. You want that Steam Deck?
Do I have to lift 265? I fucking crush.
You have to lift 265 in the Steam Deck. I was thinking getting him like a very high end girlfriend experience.
That's pretty good.
Like a weekend long girlfriend.
Weekend
experience.
prostitute.
Yeah.
But like a good one. Who's your favorite porn star?
Right now,
ooh,
Mini
you
Stallion.
knew the
I like
answer
Mini
and then you
Stallion
got
right
afraid.
Mini Stallion?
Mini Stallion?
Mini Stallion. Yeah, she's like 4'10". And there's also another girl named I'm XXX Dark. She's the best. Well, her name's
Let me see.
Oh, dude, that's a girl.
No, that's a woman. That's a woman, dude.
She's 4'10".
Her name's Mini Stallion?
Mini Stallion, yeah, like a little horse.
She's not legal
That's
Midge.
a queen, dude.
Mini Stallion.
She's a true queen.
Brother.
Oh my God.
Matt, like the porn.
I already saw. I've seen porn. I've seen porn. Honestly, I'll be honest, dude. It hasn't. It doesn't have the grip on me. I feared it was going to have.
That's all I've ever wanted for you, man.
No, it doesn't have that.
Dude, that's.
Let me say. That's fucking awesome.
Shout out Mini Stallion. They keep putting her with giant dudes, though. I think.
She doesn't.
She's got cum in her butt.
You went too far. Yeah, you went too far.
She's a collab independent, so she doesn't. She's put out her own.
I don't know what you just said.
She collaborates and she's independent, so she's putting out her own mixtapes, dude.
So she's hunting down.
Yeah. Yeah, she knows what she's about.
She's Captain Ahab.
Yeah, it's Cap, dude. It's Cap.
You want to see what I was looking at?
Yeah.
I was looking at some Mini Stallions myself today.
Damn, dude.
How nice is that?
That's awesome. Real Shetlands.
That's Mini Stallions.
That's the only Mini Stallions.
That's Mini Stallions,
yeah, that's
dude.
the real.
I'm not watching some black midget get cum in her ass.
But yeah, no, dude. The experiment was I wanted to do a year off. Then I was like, all right, now I'm back on. I mean, obviously, my will did finally collapse.
You seem chill, dude. You got the tie dye. You seem a lot chiller now that you're back on the nog, dude.
Dude, it's just it's like period duty. If it's, if I know it's out of my gets for like, I'm like, oh, I have a solid week, nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I've been using it for that, but what I was worried about has become like a nightly ritual. It's not at all. I hit the nog once, maybe twice, and then I go, I need the real deal.
I had a nice one.
I can't, now I have a weird ratio where I can't nog out too much. I need to have the real deal between, otherwise I'll go back into
real deal like sexual intercourse?
Yeah. Real
yes.
deal. Pussy.
Physical encounters.
Physical, the touch.
Mutual petting.
My touch. Kissing.
Kissing. Stroking.
I'm due too.
Fingering.
I got a fucking, it's in the bank right now.
What, you're owed some pussy pie? Obviously, you just filmed a special.
Exactly.
You deserve a sweet slice. Sweet slice of wife pie. The classic pie. Wife pie.
True. I rest knowing it's coming. It could be any night. It could be any night. It could be tomorrow. I don't know. But it's definitely, it's literally.
It could happen at any moment.
Can't fucking.
That is nice, the anticipation.
Well, dude, this is another thing too, I will say, because again, I'm coming at it from a functional perspective. I mean, obviously, I did come at it from a moral perspective as well. But dude, it was like, I was coming so fast. I finally have sex with my sweet wife, and it was just like every single time.
From not
I was on it basically like,
yeah, of course, dude.
I was barely fapping. When it comes to like using your imagination, you're just like, I'll wait. After a while, you're like, I'll wait.
Yeah.
And then it's like, next thing you know, it's so sorry. So sorry.
How did I forget this?
What?
In the hotel in Indianapolis, check in. I'm like, I'm gonna jack off.
Yeah.
I'm in there, naked on top of the made bed. Fully naked. I was about to get in the shower.
Yeah.
Cracked open the lotion. I'm laying there. Phone like this. Dude. A dude just opens the door. A dude just walks in.
What?
And,
Did he feast his eyes?
And it took him a long time to avert his eyes. His gaze was on my body. And I also didn't.
He froze.
I didn't move. I just was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I didn't. There was no shame. I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? He was like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I said, my life, my rules. It was crazy. He was like, no one's supposed to be in here. I was like, well, I'm in here and I'm fucking jacking off. I haven't been caught whacking off in so long. I didn't give a fuck. I thought I would be. I thought I'd be mortified.
It was almost a lady. How was it not a lady?
A lady, I think, might have been worse.
You think so?
That would have been a little shameful.
I mean,
I don't know why. I think, dude, I just saw an Indian guy's face. And he did it maybe because of the light. Maybe because it was dark in my room and it took him a second to get adjusted because he was like,
No way, dude. He was just feasting his
really
eyes.
feasted his eyes. I mean, it must have looked nuts. I was on top of a white all-white bed. I was I was like an octopi.
He might not have seen you, dude.
I don't think he saw me because he stood there for a minute like, hello? I was like, what are you, dude?
It was like Beauty and the Beast. The
Also,
furniture
like,
started
this
talking to
far
him.
away.
Really?
So close. Dude.
What?
He opened the front door. It was like,
He definitely saw you fapping
he
on the
saw
bed.
me rock hard, too. As hard as it gets. Dude. Maybe that's why I was not ashamed. If he would have got me early,
Yeah.
lotioning up
Working
a
up
pud,
a soft bird.
working a pud with lotion.
Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here,
Dude,
God, that's the best
I was
thing ever.
I laughed. He heard me laugh, and he was like, "Don't tell anyone." I was like, "I'm not going to tell anyone."
What the fuck? What's it? Why
He's
is he
gonna get
getting?
fucking fired.
Oh yeah.
If I went down to the desk and I was like, "What the fuck was
He
that?"
walked in on me masturbating.
I was in there masturbating.
I was rock fucking hard. I was
had
about to come.
I had a boner. By the way, right back to work.
Of course, dude.
Put the hard hat back on.
Of course.
Ah!
I mean, at that point, it's like whatever.
It did lower my penis.
You think it
I
knocked
had
you
to
down?
work. I had to work it back up.
Well, I mean, what's
That
that
was a
worth in
shot
terms
of
of
terror.
what's that worth in terms of a hotel? Be like, dude, he ruined my fucking boner.
He ruined a boner, but that they actually made things better. Getting hard twice in one session.
True. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So shout out to that guy who
He froze.
witnessed.
He froze.
I mean, the abominable snowman was laying down. The fucking Yeti was whacking off, dude. Dude, I was all right, laying flat on a fully made hotel bed. I must have looked huge, dude. In the dark, your eyes are adjusting. He was like, "What the fuck is that? No one's supposed to be in here.
what the fuck,
What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh,
dude?
I'm sorry."
God damn.
And then he knocked. He waited. He went outside, closed the door, waited like 20 seconds, and then knocked. And I was like, "Dude, you know what I'm doing.
You know I'm
You know I'm
jerking.
ass naked jerking off." And he was like, "I have your amenities." I was like,
You fucking
"Leave him at the fucking door."
Yeah, dude.
What do you think?
Were you still? So you had to
Yeah,
talk
I
to
had
him?
to stand up rock hard with a lotion to boner at the hotel, talking through a door. Like,
no man
dude,
should ever have to do that.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's a wild day.
Yeah.
And then
Your ass was all sweaty.
the amenity. It was like a cardboard box with like M&Ms
Yeah.
and just shit in your hotel room.
God damn, dude.
It was not a dire mission.
They got to stop playing and start breaking dudes off with the auto blows in there.
They walk in every time. I stay at hotels every single weekend. Somebody walks into my room.
Really?
Yeah,
It
I guess
never
I forget to put. I got to start putting up the
Yeah.
thing. Every morning I wake
Put
up
a sock
to
on
somebody.
your door.
I
Put a
wake
sock
up,
on your door.
I wake up every morning to somebody walking in.
I never get-
sorry. I wake up every day to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh man, I always wish I never get that.
Yeah.
I just want to like just be laying there,
But
blanket
you're
down
awake,
here.
You're awake before.
Yeah, I'm up
you're awake
early. Yeah, I'm
before
up early.
the
I'm up
cleaning.
early. True.
I'm asleep.
I also, when I see them, I'm like, just don't worry about my
It's
room.
like 11 a.m. They come in.
Yeah, I'm up.
I'm still like
Dude, that must have been such a kingly sight, dude. You on that bed.
naked on a fully made perfect bed.
You were total no clothes
I was
whatsoever.
knees locked. I was as long as I could be. I must have looked 6'8".
Oh my! How big was the dude?
He was just a younger, chubby Indian man.
God, he probably wrote a letter to his parents.
Yeah.
Parents in
Today-
Bombay. He's like, today I saw a large
I
man.
saw the biggest man I have ever seen. I believe he was masturbating.
Dude, it sounded like
He
he wanted
yelled.
to like suck your dick.
How long
dude.
do you think it
He
took?
did not want to suck my dick.
I don't
What?
know, man. He was staring.
He was
He
frozen,
was in the
dude.
gutter, dude. He witnessed the power. He was frozen.
He was probably frozen, dude. That's a like a what?
It's a jarring.
Fright or freeze or whatever.
Yeah, fright or
Fright or
fleas.
freeze. Fight, flight, or freeze.
Yeah, it was. It was. He probably had the Saving Private Ryan fucking buzzing in his ear.
Yeah.
He heard me like,
What the fuck are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here. We got to get off this beach. Yes, sir. My life.
You might have been ready. You might have been a cowboy. And like you need something to come into, sir. So do you need a doll to come into?
I would have accepted that.
Cowboy?
Just a very nice, yeah.
Just running out like a tennis match?
Just a catcher. Yeah. Sprint back. Just sit on the side of your bed. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it must have been nasty, dude, when people had servants like that. And you just get up and fucking just,
Yeah.
clean that up.
Clean up the fucking jizz.
Clean up my fucking jizz. Because people probably didn't have much shame around that back then.
Yeah.
Clean my fucking jizz. Like pre-Christian Europe. I was laughing. I don't know why I can't get this image out of my head of people in like Ireland or England, just like two fucking shitty dudes just like pushing each other over a fence line, being like, this is mine. Fucking yard. Just,
yeah.
One of your sons will come out and like punch the other guy in the side.
Just a club. You fucking killed him. He was trying to push our rocks over. It's a rock fence.
Yeah. You finish, you get tired, and go back in and be like, that was a fucking sick day.
That's nice.
Yeah. I like thinking about that.
This is good stuff.
I like thinking about dudes in 1200 fucking pushing each other. Just fucking.
Yeah. Just disputes for nothing that throughout time have been complete. They were useless then.
Yeah.
And to look back 1,000 years later and be like,
you fucking idiots.
Yeah. It's just dogs barking at each other, dude.
True.
That's all we are.
Gardino, what are we looking at?
Yeah. Let's take a little hiatus, get some UFC going, and then jump right into the Patreon.
Let's fucking go.
Thank you for listening. Oh, do you want to do that lift real quick before the Patreon? You want to do it after or before?
Yeah, after.
You're not ready right now?
I can do it now.
What do you want to do, Matthew? I know you have to do another.
I'm going to do stuff after this, but I got
Because we were going to do it while you were doing stuff, but if you want to be a part of it.
Well, I'll go now. I'm not doing stuff till 5.
All right.
So.
All right. We'll see. What a cliffhanger.
For sure. True. Ooh.
Goodbye.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Wild Wild West.
We're live. Sagar, thank you, dude. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I like your setup.
Thank you, man.
Fun, yeah.
Thank you. It's
since I'm in politics, I kind of think
That's what I'm saying.
I vibe with the set more.
I think it's a good look for you too, dude. I think you look good on it.
Really?
There's something.
Now I feel really self-conscious. I should have worn my suit. The only reason I didn't is because I'm going out after this. I'm like going to be about the
for
town.
sure. Yeah.
You don't want to be walking around Austin, Texas, in a
just
suit.
sweating.
I did it yesterday after Lex Friedman's podcast, and I was getting a lot of looks.
Did you guys both wear suits?
Yes, we both wore suits. That's right.
That's kind of nice.
But his is the black suit. His is different. He has like a uniform.
He does.
And I like to change it up.
He's like an alien fighter. Yeah. He dresses like Will Smith from Men in Black.
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of, there's something nice about that. I've always wanted to do the Steve Jobs thing where I wear the same thing every day.
You could do it. I think you could do it.
I feel like I could. I know one guy who's been wearing all white for 7 years, and I might jack his swag.
In comedy, do you think it is useful to have a uniform or no? Because I noticed that comedians have been getting very fashion forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go to a set and I'm like, honestly, what he's wearing is kind of distracting me right now.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, I have like a loose uniform. It's just jeans, usually these sneakers, and I just switch a plain colored t-shirt.
That's fine. See, that's not that's that's comfortable. I could see that working. But sometimes I'll see these guys in like crazy ass Gucci stuff. I'm like, dude, I'm blinded by you right now. I can't even hear what you're saying.
I never understood that too, because it's like, dude, you're supposed to be making people laugh.
Yeah, you tell me. I don't know. It's your profession.
I don't know what it is. I see people go way fashion forward on the stage, and I'm kind of like, dude, it's just like a distraction.
Totally.
And nobody cares. Nobody cares. I totally agree. It's like nobody cares. Your job here is to play the fool. Like you're trying to dress like a cool guy. It's like I think it detracts.
I'm with you, man.
I think it detracts. If I ever wear anything that is remotely eye catching, I'll think about it on stage the entire time.
Really?
I can't. Yeah, it took me forever to. This is my Oura ring. It's just for tracking my biometrics. Took me forever. I would meet every person I met. I'd be like, I'm usually not a 2-ring guy.
You're the only Oura ring person I know who's a guy.
I know. It's all well, they track their periods.
I know. That's why every women I know is like they're obsessed with period tracking. So how does it feel to be a guy wearing an Oura ring?
Well, me and
what do you even get out of the?
Me and Nick Sachs from 311. I'm not the only guy. The guy from 311 wears Oura ring too. But
real men wear whoop straps.
Whoop straps are cool. But here's the thing: sleeping with something on my wrist, I get it to track my sleep.
Yeah,
My
but
sleep is way up.
This. You can sleep with
I
this.
just too clunky on my hand.
It's too clunky on your hand.
It's too clunky. I tried doing the Apple Watch sleep, and it just I can't get with it.
I'll tell you, when I got my wedding ring, it took me months to get used to this shit.
Yeah.
It was just, even now, I'm always like this. Like,
Yep.
I noticed subconsciously, I'm always twisting
I
it
banging
around.
on shit. I felt weird for the longest time, and then now if I don't have it on, I feel like a naked boy.
Do you ever get terrified that you're gonna rip your finger off? I think about that all the time. Like,
How are you gonna rip your finger off?
I don't know, like the trunk or something, like something will catch just exactly the right way. And
Oh,
that's it,
you're
it's
gonna
gone.
come into it like that.
Yeah, and your entire finger is gonna be completely ripped off.
Then it's if you rip your ring finger off, then it's on. You can do whatever you want. Just be like, bro, my bad.
Hey, what do you even tell your wife? Put the ring on the nub.
Yeah, it's like I lost my ring. You just cheat on her all the time because you don't have a ring finger.
Like,
I'm not
babe,
married.
I don't have a ring finger. It's gone.
Our vows are over. Yeah, if you lose that finger, you're a batch. You're
That's
a bachelor.
good. I like that. Wait, you remember those rules in the 2000s? I love watching, 2000s movies, or even actually 1990s, like American Pie, when they're like, it's not cheating if you're not in the same zip code.
Hey, oh yeah.
And rewatching it 25 years later, you're like, that makes no fucking sense. You're like, what are you talking? Like, how was this conventional wisdom in 2001?
The hall pass was another big one. Like
Yes,
hall pass. Who the
there was a whole Friends episode. Like, what's your hall pass? And I was like, but that's not real. It's just totally fake.
Yeah, you're butt
you're just
fucking a lady in a
cheating.
hotel
Yeah.
room. Like, stop acting
What
like it's a
are you-
cute thing to do. Yeah, I was literally just thinking about hall passes yesterday. I was like, they try to push that for a little bit. They're like,
it was a huge
hall pass.
2000s trope, as if all relationships functioned on if you're not in separate area codes, you're not married or you're engaged. Hall passes were apparently and allegedly a thing. What else was there? There was
Work wife
work
husband.
wife was
Bro,
a huge thing.
That
That's
shit
right.
pisses me off.
Yeah,
I don't like that stuff
The
at
entire
all.
work wife concept is fucking weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
I understand how it arises, but it's like it's not your work wife. You're cheating on your wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're having an emotional relationship
You are having an emotional affair.
that's going to bleed over.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things were weird in the 90s. Things
They
were
were.
weird.
And there was also in the 90s, it was like very in vogue. We talked about this before, but it was like very in vogue to like jailbait. The concept of like having sex with
You're
underage
absolutely right.
women
Yeah.
was just like, yo, bro, jailbait.
That's another big American Pie thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, man, they don't age well, but they are still hilarious.
Dude, they're
And
so funny.
They should remake it. They should do it again. What was the last one? American Wedding? Is that what it?
I lost track. American Pie,
Yeah.
I saw that. That was like a huge thing to see when I was younger. I
Absolutely.
kind of jumped off that and Hangover. I didn't really follow The Hangover as well.
So good.
Comedies, they stopped making comedy movies for
Yeah,
the
but
most
the
part.
whole reason I'm here is because Shane is filming Titus.
I know.
So
And now it's the emergence. It's re-emerging.
Yeah.
And that technically is a show. The comedy, the great American comedy. There was like the Farrelly brothers, all
Yes.
these people. You don't have like a comedy in the theaters.
And the weirdest thing too is that the director Todd Phillips. I mean, he made so many of those movies that I love. Old School. He made what else did he make? He made Road Trip, I think, which
Yeah.
is an incredible film.
Road
People
Trip's
know
nice.
that. Road Trip is so good. But now and then he did The Hangover.
Mm-hmm.
He became filthy rich. But then he made the Joker movie, and then he made Joker 2, which is adorable. It's like a
Dude,
total disaster.
why did they do that?
I don't know. I mean, the Galaxy Brain case, Tarantino had a really good quote. He's like, Joker is Todd Phillips saying, the way he talks, he's like,
Yeah.
Joker is the Todd Phillips way of saying, fuck you to the audience. And that's why it's brilliant. And I was like, I don't know, Tarantino. I think you're galaxy braining yourself into how that this shitty movie is actually really
Yeah, it
good.
sucks.
It's just bad. It's just empirically bad.
I know. Even though to be like, yeah, because for me, I always think of like the movie, I guess if you have that track record,
Yeah.
it's like people will still invest in you.
Well, that's the thing. He has fuck you money. And also, he's a super weird dude. One of my favorite books I read about Hollywood was Molly's Game. Actually, it also became a movie, which is a good movie. I think it's on Netflix. And it's about that girl who ran the high stakes poker game in Hollywood. But I ended up reading the book, and I found out Tobey Maguire is a complete and total psycho. So Toby,
What?
yeah, I had no idea. So Toby was part of the quote unquote pussy posse with
He was
Leo
the pussy
DiCaprio.
posse.
So I knew that. But then I'm reading about these weird psychological mind games that he would play in the book. And he would, at one point, he had a quote where he's like, poker is not about winning. Poker is about destroying people's souls. And he would string people along and bring them and get them into debt. And he was constantly charging this girl, the girl who ran the games, and he was fucking with her and her livelihood. And he would take the game. He's a multi-hundred millionaire or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he's he's charging her for using his automatic shuffling. Just weird power game shit. Like true Hollywood.
He's like an evil nerd.
Yeah,
He's like an evil nerd.
Psycho.
What the
Reading
fuck?
that book, I was like, dude, you are an actual psychopath. Like, this Seabisc, he's the jockey. That's Spider-Man. That's all I
Yeah.
know about this guy. I was like, oh man, this is.
Well, he's probably
this is so
upset his
weird.
parents died when he was younger, and he had to become a superhero. Got bit by a spider.
He's got that, and then the more I learned, and then Todd Phillips is in the book too. That's what made me think
He's
of it.
nuts.
Because,
So this is all like
weirdo.
a biographer, basically, like digging into these
No,
people.
she wrote the book. She was like my journey running
this
the
is what he
high
was
stakes
doing.
poker
Got
game.
you.
And she was like the assistant to some rich Hollywood fuck, and he brought her to run the games. And then she got in with like Toby Maguire. Apparently Leo came, and Toby got Leo to come. And
Pussy Posse, yeah.
Yeah, but Leo is also apparently like didn't talk to anybody and just put his headphones on the entire time while he was playing poker.
Dude, I've heard a headphone story about Leo.
I was gonna say
yeah.
that's what reminded me of the other.
Do you know the
Leo
song? Do you know the song he listens to?
No, what is it?
Oh, dude, it's fuck. It's Time to Pretend. He listens to Time to Pretend while like
Having
someone
sex
who's
with,
wearing like basically
extremely
this.
young women. I mean, I don't get it. I mean,
Time
the
to
whole
Pretend,
thing,
dude.
What
She's 27. It's Time to Pretend she's 27,
Yeah,
but
right.
she's
no younger. What's the?
I'm saying
cutoff
she's
for
18.
Leo?
He's
25.
pretending.
Oh, that's right. He's trying to pretend that she's 18.
they're trying to pretend she's 27, but she is
The
18.
whole thing is very strange. The Leo thing, I don't get it. I love Leo. He's such an incredible actor. He's got
fantastic.
great instincts. He's actually a very, very smart guy. But yeah, his personal life, it's weird. I think we
Dude,
need to call a spade a spade.
It is, and it's also one of those things where I think Bill Maher is like another avowed kind of like, yeah, I fucked 19-year-olds and I'm 65, and he's like,
No, he's
it's
older than that. I think he's like 67, bro. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He might be pushing 70 actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's another one where it's like, yeah, it is weird. It is definitely weird, dude, because just the mental difference is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like statistical, like think about how many standard deviations away you are.
It's like a vampire. It's like you're an immortal vampire at that point. You're 70 talking to an 18-year-old.
18-year-old girl. Yeah.
You're kind of babysitting her.
Absolutely, you are. There's no question. I don't know, man.
And if it's like, dude, like you could be like, oh, I can make a geometric case for their breasts. It's like, all right, dude, well. Like, dude, just stop being such a pervert. Go jack off, dude. You don't have to date an 18-year-old. Just go jerk off. You don't have to, like, try to make it a lifestyle
See,
movement.
I love this because this is a very just natural way of us, like, bringing ourselves to being like, yeah, there's actually really something about you should just get married, bro. Like, just get married. Be normal. Being normal is good. It's actually a good thing. People who aren't normal are fucking weirdos. And I mean, you and I are in a unique position where you actually probably eventually get to meet some of these famous people that you see, or you just hear little things that are not coming out in the public, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a real cost to this, isn't there? You're like, and I'm like, I'm not really sure. I'm like, I don't want to fuck with this. This is not the way that I choose to live my life, and I don't really want to be associated with that.
Dude, there comes a point where you're either involved in this, like, because you're absolutely right, because you get to like, they're like the rarefied air of like Hollywood and all this stuff, and it does turn into like a diabolical power game. And it's like we all have those instincts to participate in some level, but there are people who give their entire lives to like, like looking at another guy's car or being like, he got what project? Fucking motherfucker.
Yeah,
where's my 19-year-old girlfriend? I need to fucking eat her pussy right now to calm down.
It's a real like weird consumerist, like idolatry of the self.
Yes.
And it's like everything that I've learned, in life is just like all of that is horrible and it's bad.
Yeah.
There's a good political thing to this too. If you stay in Washington, the thing is, lots of people who are young come to Washington, 22, 23 years old, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, all of that. Most people burn out by 27. So I'm like in my mid-30s now, and so I'm in the cohort, like we made it, like the people who actually got the job, stayed in the lifestyle and all of that. But this is also, there's this cringe show, but How I Met Your Mother. And there's a very important concept that Barney lays out in that show where he's like relationships. And I think life is like this, have off ramps like an exit where it's like relationships is like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 25, something like that. And if you look statistically, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
In terms of like when divorces and breakups and all that stuff happen. But for like professional DC or honestly any career where it requires you to give fucking everything to it, but then you start to see one of the most important pieces of advice I got was like, look at where you are and then look at the guy who's 10 years in that same path. And I was in the White House briefing room, for example, and I was looking around. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, I don't want to be any of you people.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, if we're on this track, I'm like, this is a bad track. We got to get out.
What was the White House briefing? Was that like when you sit and ask questions at like
that's
thing?
where, well, I didn't even get to sit. I had to stand like a bitch in the corner.
Excuse me. So you're like just yelling questions.
It's horrible, man. Yeah. So actually, I'm hopeful with the new administration that we can change some of this up. So the way it works is that the White House Correspondents Association is like a cartel. And even though it's unofficial, confidential. They run everything. So all the briefing room seats are assigned by the White House Correspondents Association. I was working for the Daily Caller at the time, which is like a conservative media outlet. And if you want a seat, you have to apply. And applying takes years to get a new seat. And so if you don't have a seat, then obviously you have to get there early. So I would get there hours early ahead of time just to be able to stand in the hallway, like on the side, and you're literally crammed in up against like all these different people. There's all this jockeying, and there's like foreigners.
It's like
and
the stock market
other
kind
people.
of, in a way.
Literally, it's like a movie, right? And then you just sit there and you kind of like poke your hand. I was lucky because I'm tall, so I actually get my hand above. There was a short girl behind me, and she was like, "Can I get in front of you?" I'm like, "Sorry, bitch."
Yeah,
like, I got here. Yeah,
I was here at 5 a.m.
Look, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Like, get here earlier. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I'm talking about, though. I don't want to be that person. That actually sucks.
Yeah.
Or there was this girl who's like, "Hi, I'm shooting a documentary. I'm from England and all this, and I was just wondering if I get my shot." I'm like, "Yeah, but if you get your shot, I'm gonna get my question." So it's like, and then my boss is gonna chew my ass out. So it's just not gonna happen. It's like, and. You don't want to be in that mind space. Is more what I'm saying. So that's probably
it takes a toll. It does take a toll.
Hollywood, finance, politics, all these other things all function the same way. In that, if you want to be in the top 0.1% of your field, you have to give everything to it, and that's it. There's no other choice.
Yeah.
And people should be real with that. So if you're listening and you're like thinking, oh, I really want to do something like that, just understand what it takes. Understand what it actually takes to get there.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
for sure. And dude, it's funny because I'm viewing schools now and it's like kind of related. So I'm looking at schools for my daughter. She's going into kindergarten next year. So we're like looking at, and it's like, dude, schools now are, and I think it's good, but from what I've been seeing, it's like they're educating people to like do something for everybody, to like bring something to the world rather than like, when we were in school, it was more like build yourself up so that you're a high value individual that you can just take resources for yourself and just, like fuck off. And it's like, yeah, but the problem is like they sold everyone that dream, but the reality is like most people aren't going to get those.
Well, and it's
most people
aren't
going to become doctors. And
most
shit.
people don't want to do that.
True.
You don't want I'm Indian, so I know a lot of doctors. It's like, do you want to know how hellish medical school is?
Dude.
Be real. Whenever you for real. Do you want to spend 8 years in school, 4 years making shit money with $300,000 in debt, working 89 hours a week, getting shit on by the attending physicians, then hoping and praying that you get your placement or whatever for the next job? So by the time you're my age, you can finally get your first paycheck. Oh, but fuck you. Even though you get your first nice paycheck, 90% of that is going to be going to clearing off of your medical debt. And you've lived 10 years. You're probably now addicted to smoking, food, like some vice of some. There's no way. Sure. Again, you know this too. When you work really hard, like it takes it all from you. You're going to be addicted to energy drinks, nicotine, whatever. Like you need something. Yeah, it's not possible to do it natural.
It's true. I've gone back and forth, and it's like I'm like, no, I don't need anything. And I had like a pretty harsh caffeine phase for myself. I'm like sensitive to it. Yeah, I had to stop that because I wasn't sleeping. But
how do you? Because you travel a lot, right?
Yeah,
that's brutal.
It sucks. Yeah. I've recently introduced melatonin. Okay. I'm a very natural type. I don't want to take anything, but I've succumbed to just
interesting.
Just
Can I give you a warning about melatonin though?
Yeah.
So Andrew Huberman says not to take melatonin.
I know, man. I know it's not good. I know it's not right.
It was something about he said like the label on the bottle can be anywhere between like 2% and 1,000% of what's actually in there.
What?
Yeah, and he said something. Don't take my word for it, but it was something along the lines of, "I've seen them give melatonin to rats and it shrivels their balls." So he's like, I think that it messes with testosterone.
Enough said. Dude, I'm done.
My opinion,
enough said,
you should stay off.
I'm off it.
Stay off the melatonin.
I'm off it. It is as soon as I started taking it, I was like, I get why Michael Jackson had a guy with like an IV in his arm. I'm like, dude,
no, that was a whole other level, man. That's like what was it? Propofol?
Propofol. It was Propofol. But you start to dude, it's like you're just sitting there reading a book, and all of a sudden the melatonin just starts to weigh you. You're like a stone statue, and then you're just like.
Did you read about this Matthew Perry thing? Oh, it was so fucked up.
So what actually happened to him?
Perry. So, I mean, it's really sad. I read his book actually after he died, and Perry was obviously, everybody knows he was a drug addict.
Yeah.
But it's his parents. It turns out his mom was like the press secretary for Justin Trudeau's dad.
What?
When he was the prime minister. Yeah, he was actually, and apparently he beat the shit out of Justin Trudeau when they were kids, which is wild.
Matthew Perry beat up Justin Trudeau?
Matthew Perry beat up Justin Trudeau.
That's kind of boss.
Yeah, it is cool. But so Perry, it turns out when he was like a really little baby and he was crying, his parents would give him like benzos, like benzodiazepine.
What?
Like really And he was like, yeah, when some of my parents' funniest stories is about me as a baby just sitting there like drooling out of my mouth when they were plugging me full of benzos because I was crying. He was like colicky. And so his theory of why he's so fucked up and addicted to drugs was because at a very early age that he had benzos. And he's talked about how the very first time he ever felt like anything was good in this world was when he was drunk at 14 years old. And that was the rat race. And then he becomes a fucking centimillionaire, whatever, from Friends. And that's why you can see his weight wildly fluctuate on the show because he was either drunk or he was on pills or he was on Oxy. But dude, the thing is with Perry is he died of a ketamine overdose, I believe. And they Los Angeles District Attorney filed this case against a so-called like ketamine queen, and they have text messages in there of the doctor and the girl who was selling him all this illegal ketamine being like, how much can we take this rich asshole for? You know, charging him thousands of dollars per hit of ketamine, of which they're buying. It's like
not very chill, dude, ketamine community.
Deeply exploitative shit, like really bad. It was horrible.
I have a lot of people are really into ketamine. I have a very kind of like weird thing because I knew a lot of like evil hippies who were like,
on ketamine.
They got like addicted to that shit. They used to call it hippie heroin.
What's it called? K-hole, right?
K-hole, yeah. Well, dude, before it became mainstream, it was known like people were like, oh, it's hippie heroin because they would like nod out.
What does it do? Because I thought that it helps.
Dissociative.
But there's the depression aspect. There's like the therapeutic aspect. And apparently he'd been having ketamine in a therapeutic setting, but then I guess he got addicted to that. And that's why he died in that hot tub, man, because, dude, and it was like his assistant, his little drug assistant. They were working to procure him drugs and charge him thousands of dollars because they were ripping this guy off.
That's not right. It's called custying someone out. They're custying him. You treat them custy prices. Yeah. It's not a good thing to do. But yeah, I've heard people who swear by it. They're like, if you do like, because you can do like, you know, they make like little lozenges and stuff. So you could like lay there. My brother's all about it. He's like, you lay there.
He's a big K guy.
Big K guy. Big special K guy. He was really selling me on it. And it was like, you know, I'm like, and I get like if you're laying there, it's like a 30-minute ordeal. You come out of it. He's like, it's good. It's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then there's doctors who like will prescribe you a little bit. Like you can just kind of have it to kind of like, because you can either like get into a K hole or just kind of take the edge off. And I knew like these dudes that would just snort K constantly. But if you snort too much, then you'll just be sitting there like.
The other K that I see signs for everywhere, and I actually don't know what it is it kratom?
Kratom, yeah.
What is kratom? It's
kratom
like you see signs for this everywhere. CBD, we sell kratom. I don't know a single person who's ever used kratom. I don't know what kratom is.
I know it, dude.
I just know it exists, but it's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It's every gas station in America.
Gas stations sell like full on. They sell drugs, or you can sell weed legally at gas stations now. They did it. It's the hemp farm bill allowed THCA, which is weed, the active ingredients THC.
Is that the same as was it spice or whatever? Those
dude. So
what's
spice,
that then?
Spice is a synthetic. So it's like if you take Delta 9 tetrahydride, whatever it's called. There's the exact molecule that's illegal. Spice is like let's remove a couple carbon molecules and like a hydrogen, and now it's like very similar, but it's legal because it's not technically the same stuff. It's like an analog or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
So what kratom is, with the THCA stuff, it's like like weed picked off the plant is THCA because there's a carbon molecule. That's why if you have to make brownies, you have to heat the weed up to decarboxylate it. And that's what like THC is illegal, but THC is legal. So now you can grow hemp, which is just weed, with THCA, which is just THC, and it's legal. And you can sell it at a gas station. It's completely schizophrenic. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But I mean, I think it's sick. You can mail it right to your house. But
really?
Oh yeah, you can just get it mailed right to you.
Are you a big weed guy?
I was for the longest time.
I can smell weed in here, you know.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
It wasn't me. I know you hate it. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
That was you, bro. You were blazing. Me and Saga ripped the blunt, dude. I like that.
Don't put misinformation out there, all right? The moment I came down here, my nostrils flared. I didn't want to say anything, but I did suspect you. I'm not going to lie. I immediately suspected you.
I was a big weed guy since I was like in high school through college.
But you quit, right? So it's a success story.
I cut it out, but here's the thing. It becomes too much, like especially when you have kids. It's like I just can't. I can't be high. Like,
can you tell that to more people? Yeah.
Some people claim, but like for me personally, it's like having like a weird panic attack at a playground.
Yeah.
Not serving your family.
That sounds
being
horrible.
Like, oh fuck, dude, I just got to be brave for my daughter.
But everybody
now.
says it's chill. No, it's chill, dude. It's totally chill.
Dude, the thing is, the weed's different. The weed is so strong.
I know.
Now.
Thank you. Please continue.
It's a different stuff, dude. I've literally I was selling weed from 2008 up until. Whatever, pretty embarrassingly recently, but the whatever. I don't even remember.
I'm gonna call 911. I'm gonna call Philly PD.
Maybe 2009.
Is weed legal in Philly?
I knew a guy who got it's medical.
Okay.
I knew a guy who got caught with coke outside of the Delaware County. And apparently the Delaware or like whatever township police called the Philadelphia PD and they're like, we caught this guy with cocaine. We also think he's been buying weed from Philadelphia. And dude, the Philly PD just went hung up on it. He was in the room. He was like in trouble for it.
I mean, to be fair, they have like actual problems.
Yes.
Like murders.
Yeah. And they were just like, he's like, dude, the Philly PD hung up on the township police.
They're like, dude, we don't care about that.
But it is, dude, with the dabs, it has become drugified. So
Yes.
I like watched weed develop for years, like very close to it. And it was like, it became a thing that was like, dude, this is like, dude, like, it used, it was like, everyone talks about this. Like in the 70s, it was like 7% THC. Then you get like 14, 15 was like, wow, dude, it's like 30. Some of them are like 28 to 30%. And it's too much.
And they also, the percentage was that are sold to you. It's kind of like what I just said about melatonin. You have no idea whether that's correctly in there or not. So yeah, let's stay off the weed. Let me that. Also, if you'll allow me a weed diatribe.
That's fine. I'll give you one.
Yeah.
What my thing is now, it's like, so now they're starting to regrow it and introduce like the grow it so it's like only 7% with CBD.
Okay.
And that's very relaxing and it's not as psychoactive. It really can like make you, it's like the founding father weed. That's like the hemp George Washington smoked.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's very chill. You're not like, you might get like,
Well, he was doing opium too. Do you think other people?
Was he doing opium?
Of course, they all were doing opium back then. That's
didn't
how
know
the
that.
painkillers happened. Yeah.
True, I guess.
That's
milk
a
or poppy.
forbidden part of the 1900s, and nobody ever talks about the shocking number of opium and cocaine addicts that were up until like the 1920s. Incredible amount of society was addicted to morphine, opium, cocaine. You could get it readily across the counter. A lot of the doctors were going to prison because they were coke addicts and they were prescribing cocaine to different people. It's actually pretty wild.
Yeah, I think you can get it in prison. You can get like opium in prison in like the 20s. I think you could order it on commissary.
Wow.
I think so. I read a book about like an old like a burglar from like 1890s.
Not a bad way to spend the time. You're already locked up.
Yeah, you can just gobble it up. You could just take exactly. You could just gobble it up. I think it was like either the guards were selling it, but I remember the guy was saying in the book he just ordered some opium from the truck.
Well, it wasn't illegal for a long time. Yeah, I mean, it took a long time because there was a lot of it's the same problems we have now. Like opium addicts at the time, it's like for a while they're in opium, they can't afford opium. You start robbing people to pay for your opium, and it's like they're like, okay, we got to get rid of this.
Yeah, this is a problem. Yeah, dude, the kratom now is a. It's not.
So what is it? Is it a
technically
plant?
an opiate. It's a plant. It's a natural plant, but it has.
No, this is what they say about it's natural.
It is natural.
Yeah.
Weed
Yeah,
is
it's natural. What did you just talk about? Oh, they're cross plays with this.
Yes.
40% now. It's like, that's not fucking natural.
Exactly.
Okay?
That's
as natural as the red tomato in a grocery store.
I totally agree.
Right.
I think they've ruined weed. Now it's called type 2 cannabis. They're walking it back, and I think that because dude, I would just like freak out. I'm like, this sucks. This isn't fun at all. Or I do think though, and this is like a. I do like saying this to people because people get very like bullyish with weed. They'll be like, dude, fucking 5 milligram. I can take a 50 mil. It's like this because you're a dumbass. You don't have anything going on in your brain. So
it's like you've actually cooked so much of your IQ off that you no longer have the IQ to understand.
No, I'm saying naturally they're a dumbass. They've always been people who can do like 200 milligram edibles. It's like, yeah, because you're a fucking dumbass. You don't have anything going on in your mind. You're just sitting there like, you're like when like a dog gets a brownie. You're just kind of like, or you metabolize it differently. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But dude, the kratom, they do snag people with the natural stuff, but it's like it mimics opiates. So people will use it to get off of like, you could be sick from
like methadone?
Heroin if it was a plant. But it also is different. Like if you take a little bit, it's energizing. But if you take a lot, it's like you ate like 4 Percocets.
I don't get it, man.
Dude, and people get addicted to it, man. And
No, I do know that. That's why I brought it up, because there is a lot of this weird stuff that, like kratom, obviously weed now with the mass legalization, and nobody ever talks about it. If you look at the weed graph, like over 20% of weed users are using it on a multi-daily basis. Yeah. So that is like, imagine if 20% of people who drank alcohol drank like straight liquor all day, every day. That's not even close.
What is the percentage of people who drink alcohol daily?
Who are daily drinkers? I think it's like 7 to 8%. Actually, by the way, I'm not putting alcohol off the.
For sure,
it's really bad. People who are alcoholics, it ruins your life. It will kill you early. There's all this stuff. And actually, it's weed and alcohol, almost all vices actually have the same effect, where between like it's like the Pareto principle, where 20% can be responsible for 80%. And so 20% of weed users consume almost all of the weed. And because they're using it every single day, and it's extremely high THC and it's psychoactive. Anybody who knows anybody's ever owned a liquor store, it's like the vast majority of your sales are going to the same like alcoholics. Honestly, it's really sad.
Yeah.
And then gambling is the same way. Like a huge percentage of casino returnees. Like, you know, people go to Vegas and they have fun, but like if you have ever spent time in a casino, like the people that come every single day are just like pissing their life.
It makes you really sad.
That's the saddest part. Like, that is really sad.
It's so when you see, especially the old people there, and you're like, damn, your kids stopped talking to you. You've worked your whole life.
Do you have sports gambling advertisers? Do you?
Oh, big time, yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay.
You can talk whatever you want.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'll say it.
It's unfettered free speech.
Well,
you think I'm going to restrict speech at the podium?
Sorry, DraftKings and FanDuel and all these other people.
It's not those two, but yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Well,
we've definitely had that before.
Oh, have you?
Say whatever you want.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm
good.
not worried about that.
Well, I don't want to get you in trouble, but you know,
Can you get me in trouble?
I have become totally convinced. But I don't put cards on the table. I actually like to go to the casino. I think casino gambling is really fun, but I think it's very important that I have to go to the casino to a physical location. The stats right now on sports gambling, it's just like weed, all vices. Disaster. If you look at the amount of money that is being sucked out of people's pockets, it's horrible. So in September, in New Jersey alone, New Jersey bettors lost $200 million gambling online, in full online gambling. They lost $400 million. They were gambling on sports, and a total of $900 million in a single month of September, just if you include also the casinos. So you can see that almost half of the money that New Jersey bettors lost. By the way, Jersey's not that fucking big. So we just talked about $1 billion that got sucked out of the market.
Crazy.
People are addicted to sports gambling, man. It's terrible. And the other thing is, if I studied, I went and I read a little bit about how casinos operate, and casino profits, like the amount that they take, is called the hold, like on a game. And the hold for DraftKings, FanDuel, and all these others is way higher because traditional gamblers in casinos, they'll bet the money line or they'll bet the spread. But these retards on sports gambling are buying and doing all these parlays that get algorithmically pushed. You have no fucking chance of winning your parlay. Okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're not going to win your parlay. Don't ask me. Check the stats and look at the profits for where all these people are coming from. So, dude, mass sports gambling has been a fucking disaster. Like, you've seen domestic violence has gone up in the places where it is. Bankruptcies are up. You're seeing a huge amount of credit card debt, 25% increase amongst the people where it is legal. And actually, I just read an article about Brazil yesterday where basically it's a social transfer program where the government is cutting checks to working class people. Those people are gambling almost 40% of their paychecks away on a consistent basis. So it's like a mass wealth transfer that's happening right now. And I mean, sadly, because you can do it online, just imagine if you could take your phone out and there was an app on your phone where you could drink alcohol. Do you know how popular that app would be?
Yeah.
Imagine,
or see naked girls.
Well, that's a big one. We'll get to that next. We're going to come next. This is going to be the Killjoy podcast.
No.
But imagine if you could like suck marijuana from an app that was out of your phone. People would be addicted to that. That gambling is honestly worse.
Well, it's a double
those.
addiction because the phone's addictive.
Yes,
and
exactly.
then you put addiction on top
so you
of
have
an addictive
algorithm, you
device.
have phones, and you have money that is now at stake. Every single state where this has happened has been an absolute nightmare. And you know, if all you have to do, the thing is that the gambling companies legally they have to disclose all of this. So all you have to do is go and read their profit and loss statements and look how much of this is coming from the parlay bets. It's the vast majority of their profits, and yet you idiots keep signing up for it. And I get that it's fun, but it's not funny whenever your wife is like, "Hey, baby, can we buy these berries for our child?" And you're like, "Oh, I actually pissed it all away on a parlay last night." And you know, now you have guys who are, you know, you've seen this explosion, and people are like, "I'm gambling on women's softball or in Korea," and I'm like, "Bro, you have a problem."
Yeah.
You know, you have a problem.
That's always been people like that's degenerate behavior. Like the Little League World Series, like you're a degenerate. You're a degenerate. Yeah.
You are a degen, bro. And this is my case. I think gambling should be legal. But it should only be in casinos because one of my favorite parts about going to the casino is you meet the characters. Right? You go to the craps table and you see a guy who hasn't showered in 3 days and has got his colostomy bag on. And by the way, he will teach you how to roll the dice. And so shout out to that man for showing me how to do it. But seeing him, I'm like, I don't ever want to be even in the same like universe of like whatever this dude is. But you can't see that when you're on the couch. You don't understand. You're the sucker. Last thing on this that I found out from Nate Silver's book is that if you are any good at sports gambling, you're banned. And so
that's kind of fucked up.
So if you win consistently on DraftKings or on FanDuel, they will cap your bet size to like $2. They're like, "Oh, you're allowed to bet $2.14."
That's bullshit.
Yes, but you know why? And then people are like, I'm actually really good at sports gambling. I'm like, oh, how you been on the app? They're like 3 years. I'm like, you're not any good at sports gambling. I'm like, it would have banned your ass.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Yeah,
No, I'm like breaking even basically.
Right,
and it's like, they fucking that.
It's like, well, first of all, you need to win 52% of your bets just to beat the house because 2% is the vig that goes to the house.
Yeah.
But then over that, it's like look, you're not winning. If you're still gambling consistently on the apps, you have not won, and you're the sucker. That's just
what they should do. An easy amendment to this that wouldn't be such a money suck is that when you lose your gambling money, it's held from you for 6 months. They get to make money on the interest, and then they send it back to you. So you're
that
like,
would be nice, but
you're momentarily penalized.
I just read in New York.
I mean, why would they do that? They would be like, "Fuck you, we're keeping all. How about we keep all of it and make interest?"
These
off
guys are making the biggest killing in the planet, and like the best part is all the states are doing it too because they want the money. But the thing is, look, they're going to pay for it because it's one of those where you're getting this fake tax revenue. But yeah, when you have to come and send cops to Johnny's house because he went fucking broke and he beat up his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, you're paying for that. You know,
he's blowing off some steam.
Right. Parlay goes down. He's going to house one of those plastic bottles of whiskey from Costco.
Yeah.
And we all know what happens next.
It is weird that when jobs are scarce, like it just people just end up beating up girls. Like if there's not good stuff going on, people are like, well, I guess I have to beat up a girl now. It happens across like every culture.
It's every culture. Actually, a lot of people got mad at me on the show because I was talking about it was during one of our immigration debates. I think you talked about it a little bit actually on your show, and I was just like, look. And by the way, just full disclosure, I married into an Irish family from Philadelphia.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so I have no discrimination against the Irish, but what I'm saying is, back in the day, I think it was reasonable to be like, well, you know, all these people are coming over here and they drank a lot of whiskey. And so nobody knows this. The very first thing that women did whenever they voted was ban alcohol. That's why the temperance movement was entirely driven by women.
Whoa.
And the reason why is because they were getting the absolute shit kicked out of them by their drunk ass husbands who were drinking a liter of whiskey per day on average to deal with, you know, the industrial revolution and all this. But it was also, let's be honest, it was part of their culture, right?
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
that's what people don't forget is like that for some reason it's intrinsic. Like alcohol, gambling, and beating the shit out of your wife. It's just a package deal.
It's one big thing.
You are signing up for that.
Yep.
You are 100%. So
it's
don't
just
incentivize it.
Yeah, it's just impulses ruling the roost, and then eventually the
bingo.
curtain closes, and you're like,
right. Yeah, well, really what I think it is just somebody for the first time is showing the reality of what you've done, where you can rationalize your parlays away, you can rationalize all this, but the very first time, like I just said, we're like, hey, can we pay to go see, I don't know, like I want to go see my mom next week or whatever. Can I get a flight? And they're like, no, we literally don't have any money.
Yeah, or the ultimate being like, I told you the Chiefs weren't going to kick a field goal. And you're like, shut the fuck up. You didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it is funny. There is a huge, because, you know, I'm all like Irish Catholic out, and it's like, like seeing someone fall at a wedding, I'm like, meh. It's like, it's so normal. And like my wife would like cry. She's like, that's not right. And I'm like, that's so sad. I'm like, dude.
My in-laws and their family are not like
people
that.
People fall at weddings. It is what it is.
I
Stop
did
being
see
a baby.
A really funny tweet and be like, you know, I left Dublin and I moved. I forget where they moved, like somewhere in South America or something. And they're like, and what I thought was we were all having a good time. It turns out we're just crippling alcoholics.
Yeah, like family beach trips were just like adults hammered for 7 days, and I'd just be like, all right. And then the kids would get hammered. They would
East
pass
Coast
out.
beach culture is weird.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'll tell you
dude.
this.
It's crazy.
I had no exposure to it because I grew up here. But yeah, I went to went to Rehoboth, which is like the nice beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I'm like, man, these ladies are hammering Tito's at like 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, there's some crazy shit going down.
East Coast beach
now.
culture is like it's like quiet. It's not like as like cool like Margaritaville. It's just people just quietly
degen.
My uncles, my uncles would be like, they would all joke. They'd be like, ah, man, who's gonna crack the first one? They'd be like, I don't give a shit, I'll do it. And you just crack a Coors Light. Now they don't let you drink on the beaches like that.
Really?
Yeah, they're
I
ticketing
saw a lot of people doing it.
Well, in the
they're
Jersey
doing it in
Shore.
the solo cups.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They used to, and they'll still come around and police you. I grew up going to Sea Isle, and dude, it was just beers, whatever.
Really?
Now it's like you have to have a cup, and they'll come around if you have alcohol in your cup. Because they can just write you a fine because everyone's going to drink on the beach.
Of course they are. Yeah. Well, and this is where my like nanny state instincts kind of. I'm like, all right, well, fuck off. All right, people are also on the beach, and that's just a money grab for what we need rules. But really, what it is like we just need a better culture around this stuff because we just got to acknowledge the downsides, right? That's all I'm asking. Everybody's asking like, sports gambling is the greatest thing ever. It's about freedom. You're gonna get, and look at their ads, right? They're like, you're gonna get rich. You'll join free $15.
No, we'll give you $500 for $5.
$5, a $500 deposit. I'm like, once again, bro. Like, have you ever been to a casino? That shit doesn't get built based on winners. Like 99% of the people who walk out of there are fucking losers. The odds that it are you is almost 99%. So,
well, I think the gambling companies would be happier doing this because they do that little disclaimer, like, by the way, guys, if in case you
but that's mostly bullshit, and a lot of it is because they're required by the state to put it in there, and then what the states do is they take part of these losses and they fund these gambling. But it's like you are the rise in sports gambling addiction has created the need for these gambling addiction centers. So it's like, just don't have it in the first place.
Well, the weirdest part about gambling addiction is that it's not even about winning or losing. Like I read
they like when they lose. That's the craziest part. They love it when they lose.
Or it's more like the flow state of just being like, it's not the winning or losing.
Absolutely.
It's just going from thing to thing, and your brain's totally focused on something.
Again, I get it. I like it. I love to play baccarat.
See, I don't like to gamble. I'm just filled with anxiety the whole time when I
love
win.
games of chance. Poker is more actually. I think I could justify poker because I wouldn't even really call it gambling, although it is technically like kind of a game of chance. But there's a lot of strategy and math. Obviously, like the famous Rounders quote, it's like the same 10 people may end up at the finals for a reason. It's not a game of fucking chance. Whereas if you go to blackjack competitions or baccarat competitions, it's fucking you get lucky. All right, like, that's how it works. I see the appeal of both, but there is something. This is where I'll flip the script, man. The magic of the cards, like when the baccarat thing.
That's exactly what it is.
You're like 9, 9, 9, 9. You're just sitting there. That moment, the anticipation.
And it's fun.
And when you hit it, oh my God.
It's so fun. It's unbelievable. Well, it's also.
But I play like $15 tables in Charlestown, West Virginia, next to toothless Chinese women who are getting their Chinese ash on my thing. I prefer, honestly, I'd rather be around them. I love them. Shout out to the. You always want to gamble with Chinese, if you're playing baccarat, Chinese and Vietnamese. They know what's up.
That's a good idea. That's a good call.
And the less teeth they have, the more good at the game they are. They've got patience. They have all these superstitions about dragons and colors. And
that's the thing, though, man. Because I was like sitting there one time backstage at a comedy show, and they were like playing dice, like in the green room, as like they had this little box. And I was like, it is just people interacting with magic. People are attracted to gambling.
Yeah.
It's just
it's magic.
It's like a divine thing. You're like, oh.
And everybody, craps is also definitely the most fun in the game, the casino. Although it is minus EV every single bet on the craps table. So, but when you play, the magic of it is it's a crowd's game because, and I love craps gurus, right? Like I was talking about the diabetic guy, and he's like, yeah, he threw it over here, threw it over here. It's like the first time he throws to the right, he's gonna roll 7, which means we all get fucked. So he's like, he about to roll that, take your bet off, and I was like, all right, got it. And he was right. And I was like,
dude,
oh,
my only time playing craps.
They know something.
My only time playing craps, a guy was like, just do what I do. And I was up $1,300 very quickly.
Holy shit.
Very quickly.
$1,300?
Very quickly.
Whoa.
And I was just
You're playing higher stakes than I am, man.
I think I was just drunk too. Just like, ugh, it's fine. And then I got cocky. I was like, I know what's going on. As soon as I started doing my own bets, I was back down to 600. I just picked it up and I was like, thank you, sir. And just walked. I was like, I'm fucking out.
I mean, you left up. That's, that's
I will do that. I'm ruthless at a casino. If I win $100, I'm out.
Good.
I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. I just won $100.
But it could be 200.
That's to me. I'm
5.
like, I get so disgusted when I lose.
I'm
feeling I get. I'm like, I think about just them just like taking like the time I spent into like work and life, especially when I was like just working a job where I was like, I could be like, oh, that was a day of my life.
Yes.
And I would just think of that just getting like sucked into a vault with just a huge chamber
to pay
of money.
for free drinks for these fat alcoholics who are like,
it would kill me.
Just sitting in the slot machine like,
no, it would fucking kill me. The worst part is I don't really gamble much anymore. But it was like when I first did it, I was in Vegas for my cousin's bachelor party, and he was like, do this, do that. And I won the first 4 times I gambled. I won every time.
What game was it?
Blackjack. And I would just win. I'd win like
very high variance game though. That's the problem. You get fucked so easily,
dude. I'd win like $200, and I'd win 200. I'd just get right the fuck out, and I would spend all my code was every dollar I won gambling, I'd spend it on everyone around me immediately.
And
it worked.
Yeah, you got to spread the love. You got to get the juju. You need the luck.
Just exactly. And then like I tipped the dealers heavily, and then like I was like, I think I'm good at blackjack, and I instantly lost like $700 so fast, dude.
Oh yeah,
like 15 minutes. I was just
because that's what they do, because it's a high variance game, and they know they can wipe you out way before you're going to wipe them out. So what they want to do is just deal all those hands per hour, and already Blackjack, I think Blackjack is a 51-49 game, I'm pretty sure, even with perfect base. Were you playing basic strategy, like perfect?
No idea
All right,
what the
so
fuck
there
I
you
was
go.
doing.
There you
There was a
go.
guy,
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
And there'd be guys like, dude, you got to hit. And I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they get mad at you.
They get
Actually, yeah,
furious.
if you don't play basic strategy correctly, because if you fuck it up, you're gonna fuck the whole shoe up for the entire table, and so they get very upset.
They were very displeased with me, but I was like, bro, this is not my problem. We're not on a team.
This
You're not
is
sharing your money
Gamblers
with me.
know this. This is Gen Pop shit. You're like, you got this Gen Pop shit.
I'd be like, dude, we're not on a fucking team. We're not splitting this money. This is my call. And I would,
No, but it is a team because if you fuck the math up, then he's gonna hit it. He's gonna get the wrong card because he's playing math and you're not, and so that's what screws. But Dana White
That's
has
his
a
problem,
theory.
man.
Yeah, Dana White is like sometimes you got to go to war with the shoe, and you got to. He's like you got to turn basic strategy on the shoe. I was like, I don't really think that's how math works, but I mean, he's super rich, so he doesn't care.
yeah. I heard he likes to gamble
Oh, he's
heavily.
me and my friends who like to go to the casino. We will hype ourselves up with Dana White clips. Yeah. It's just like because he has like a love of the game. Like he's like I'm rich as hell. I can get on the jet and I can go anywhere else. If my kids are gone, I'm going to the casino.
Yeah.
He's just like that's what I do. It's what I do.
It's just
for
scary.
fun.
Once you're that rich, you have to play with big sums to excite
Oh, yeah,
yourself.
he plays for millions. Like
I
I think
know.
he said his dream is to play $1 million per hand on baccarat. $1 million a hand. He said I think the highest he's gotten is like 300,000. To be fair, one of the reasons they probably won't let him, and that's one of the reasons I like baccarat, is baccarat is an actual 50-50 game.
That's what I thought. I thought
so
it was
the
like
house edge is like 0.05%. So you actually have you have like good odds, but like you did better than fucking blackjack.
For
or
sure, yeah.
Any of these, especially crap. Craps is a shit show. It's the most fun game in the casino, but every single one of the games, like I said, is minus EV. You're almost certainly going to lose money, like whenever you play.
Damn.
Especially in the long enough timeline. So if you do win, like you just get out of there.
Get
like,
out,
just
yeah.
if you're up, like if you have 100 and you won 200, get the fuck out.
Balls
like
out, yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Same with roulette. Do not play 000 roulette. That is the biggest scam in the entire casino.
What's
I
000?
can't- So on roulette, if you could just bet black or red, the way that the house has its edge is in the old days, they had a green 0. So after a while, the casino execs were like, what if we had 2 zeros? We're like, maybe these idiots in Vegas will, and people are drunk and they're like, oh, there's only 2 zeros.
I don't
It's like,
even think about the
like,
zeros.
bro, the math goes from like 49% or whatever to like the house edge goes from like 1 or 2% to like 7%. And then after a while, they couldn't add 3 zeros. So they added like
double
whatever the
zero.
casino. No, they added a third one. So they go 0, then 00, and then they have like the MGM logo on the wheel. So now the edge is like 11%.
I thought you were saying
Yeah.
they added 1010 and then a third, but it was a 00.
No,
I was
no.
like,
So there's a 0, then there's a 00, and then there'll be like MGM or Caesars or
Just a
whatever.
blank space?
You're just pissing your money away. Like people,
yeah.
There's the meme. It's like if you win, you're like put it all in black or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, check the zeros because if there's 000, you're fucked. All right, like
Yeah,
you have not good odds.
dude, that's the. You know what I've done though with poker or not poker. The last couple times I've been in a casino environment for like stand up or something.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times they give you chips.
Really?
So something
Promo
I've had
chips.
fun. They'll give you like a couple. Like
Just let me know the dates. I'll come with you. Yeah,
They'll give you like $100. They'll give you like $100.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, you could break that down.
We
to
could turn
baccarat.
that. Yeah, we could turn it into 150. Yeah. We'll turn it into 150.
Dude, what I
Yeah.
started doing is when they give me chips, I put it on. I go to roulette or blackjack.
Yeah.
I put it all on one hand, and if
Okay.
it wins, I give it to the dealer. So here you go.
I love that. That's
It's kind of
That's
a fun
very
thing.
nice
And if I
of
lose, I go, hey man, whatever.
Yeah.
Feels good.
That does, yeah. I mean, they make, dude. The people they have to deal with. Like, what a shitty job. Like, I'm sure they make a lot of money. At least some of them. But
Yeah.
probably
they-
the good ones. But oh god, I can't imagine.
Oh,
You're
God.
dealing with the absolute like dregs of humanity.
Especially like at their worst, like fucking up and like
Well,
being like,
I
just
hate that
ruined.
too when people get mad at the dealers and they're like, "It's your fault." Like, you're not.
I know.
you're
That guy
mad."
sucks.
I'm just like, dude, fuck you. But then
Yeah.
you also don't really want to do anything because you're like, this guy's kind of crazy. So I'm not gonna be a whole white knight. Like, you put your hands on maybe, but like up until
Yeah.
that, you're like, I'm just like, can we get security over here? Or something?
Yeah, dude. It's I've never got bit by the gambling bug, man.
That's good. That's a
I
good thing.
tried to be a bookie for a while.
Whoa.
I tried, and it was just like,
Yeah, but where were you getting your lines from?
it was like my friend knew another
Okay.
book. It was like a sub bookie thing where
Yeah.
I was like sending them kind of just bets
Oh, I
basically,
see,
but it
I
was
see.
my job to like collect them all.
Really?
It was just
Yeah,
my
you're a
friends. It was just
collector?
my friends, and then
Yeah,
like.
but what about when they don't pay?
So here's what
You still
happened.
friends?
They were like,
Yeah.
I don't watch sports like that, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So they would just, if they lost, they would call they would just leave me voicemails all weekend, being like, put another one, and they just kept doubling down. And then eventually, like some of my friends owed me money, And I just got to the point where I was like, I'm not taking your money for this.
Yeah.
And I just like told the guy, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I just felt bad. Like if you like sell something to somebody,
Yeah.
that's like, yes, you gave me that, but to be like, yo, the Bears lost, you owe me $250.
Right.
Just I was like,
And you actually have to collect it too.
yeah, and I was like, I don't
That's
want
the
to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, East Coast sports gambling culture has always been there. I don't know. I mean, I grew up here. I don't remember thinking or hearing like other parents. I guess I grew up in a Bible Belt area, so they wouldn't be doing it. But I don't remember a lot of money changing hands on college football. But now these days, college football is actually even more where the action is.
I could see
because
that,
apparently it's like there's the mismatches or whatever. There's like underdogs, and you know, for somebody who hates gambling, I know way too much about gambling.
I had
But,
it's a love-hate relationship. It's that and weed too. You don't know
true.
a lot about weed. You
Well,
don't know a lot about weed though.
I don't know a lot about the experience of weed, but
Have you ever smoked weed?
I think I smoked weed when I was very drunk when I was in college once.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
What'd you blaze?
I don't know. I don't know.
don't
I
even
mean,
know.
dude, you're at a party.
Blue
somebody,
Dream.
like, somebody passes you, whatever. It probably was fake. It was probably like not even marijuana. It was like somebody's grass that he'd bought off of somebody else and got ripped off.
Dude, the K2 is
Yeah.
big in prison. That's like the stuff you're talking about, Spice.
I know.
And that fucks people. I have friends that are
people
like,
lose their minds.
Yes,
Is
dude.
that right?
yes.
Yeah.
I think these guys, they'll do anything, like
Right.
speedballs and shit. And I have friends that are like, bro, the K2 is fucked up.
Really?
You're in jail. You're in like a county jail, and you just blaze K2 and have like an absolutely satanic experience. He's like, dude, it's for real, like terrifying.
I think I saw some videos about that. For some reason, my YouTube feed has been pushing me a lot of prison content. You can go down a serious rabbit hole of prison tube. Shout out to Johnny Mitchell, by the way, the Connect. You should have him on your show. Actually.
What do you do?
He's a comedian. He's like 6'7", but he does this show called The Connect, where he interviews. When he went to jail as a weed dealer, and he interviews like other people who were drug dealers, and then also talks about their prison experience. So I actually did a show. He actually likes politics. That's why we talked a little bit. But some of his content is really good,
Dude, it's the best.
He interviews like high level drug kingpins.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, tell me about the story, but then also like, what was it like to be in federal prison or whatever?
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
That's,
Like,
dude,
yeah.
I just finished a book about an LSD dealer who got caught in the early 90s. So he got sentenced for like 20 years.
Whoa.
He never even got caught with acid. It was just all, he was doing Western
was
Union
conspiracy.
transfer.
Yeah,
exactly. Got a conspiracy charge, 20 years. And it was he was in jail during the race riot, like the crack laws.
Sure.
And he had a altercation with a lieutenant, like one of the guards, and he was a white guy. And when the crack riots happened, it was just black inmates having riots or doing riots. And the lieutenant was like, he incited the riot, sent him to fucking Marion, which is like a super max. And he had to do I think 3 years in Marion. Before he ended up only doing 5 years out of the 20 years.
Right.
But
Well, I think everyone likes prison content because it's like, what would I do?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I thought about that too. I'm like, well, I'm not white, not black, not Hispanic, and everything's
You're
racial
another.
in
You'd be
prison.
another. You're
An other?
Another. That's what it's called.
But how many others are there?
Not a lot,
The other
bro.
Indians in prison are going to be like doctors for Medicare fraud. You know, they're like, hello, doc. You know, like,
I think it's called others. I think you're taking. It's just like Inuit,
yeah,
Indian,
Inuit.
Yeah, it's like
Actually, they're probably pretty good, right? They can fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
jacked.
They're
but
good. They're good
your
with
numbers.
blades.
Your numbers are not great.
No, it's not good.
So yeah, I think it's like I got so deep into prison shit,
Right.
but it's like
So then what would your strategy be? My strategy would be getting my parents to put money on my books,
Yes.
right? And then we pay the others for protection.
that's the big thing
Or-
you can do.
okay.
My plan was always to pay the Muslim Brotherhood.
Oh,
So it's like
I
you can
it.
pay the
All
Muslim
right.
Brotherhood to
Okay.
protect. But then it's like, yeah, it is like racial. In
But I
prison.
could fake it and I could just grow my beard and say that I was Muslim, right?
Yeah, and you can get
I
a
could go with
good.
that.
You can get the Muslim diet too.
Oh,
You'd have to
is
answer
the
a few
halal
questions.
food. The halal food is better.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
do the kosher diet. That's a big thing.
Really?
If you can prove like you're Jewish, and you're allowed to switch your religion every like 6 months or so to get a different diet. I swear to God.
I read that Ramzi Youssef, who was the World Trade Center bomber, the '93 bomber, he apparently stayed in his cell for like 10 years straight. Whenever, because he refused to do a strip search because he said it violated his religion. But then apparently he was like, okay, I'm now converted to Christianity.
What?
But apparently the warden and all of them don't believe him. So it's set up for, I don't really know what's going on, but I think he has started to he's finally left his cell after 13 years.
He's a Christian now.
Well, he claims he's Christian.
Are
Who
they
knows?
gonna scope out his butthole, or like he's like, all right, I'm ready.
Well, I think you have to do that thing where with the squat and cough or whatever.
Yeah.
He refused to do it. He's like, I won't do it. So he literally, man, he did not leave his cell in Supermax in ADX Florence or whatever
What?
for like 13 years. Like it was totally crazy.
And
Yeah.
after 13 years, he's like,
I think, bro.
kind of
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's like he spent 13 years. You literally haven't you have never left. You're like, okay, I'm
That's
done
so
with this.
impressive.
Yeah.
I would make 13 minutes, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna show this guy my asshole and get it over with.
You know, they say they sleep a lot. That was the interesting thing.
Yep, that's a big
But you
one.
can train yourself to sleep 12 hours a day. But it's
Yeah.
like, what do you do all day? You know, even when you're awake, like that just sounds
You work
terrible.
out, sleep a
Yeah.
lot, and
In your
try to-
cell?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and it's the guy in the book I read about the LSD dealer, Joel Blazer. He was saying like he got schooled on like masturbation techniques.
Whoa.
Yeah, like just nothing
Yeah.
hands on. You know, he said he never
Right.
was a punk. That was his term.
A punk.
But he was like going into it, how like you like use a sock and you flip it inside out, so you're hitting like more of the soft area. And then at the very end, he said you'd apply force to the under part of your head. And he's like, and it's so funny him writing. It's like my orgasms were intense and powerful, and it's like, damn.
Yes. Yeah.
But-
I mean, that's all he's got. Did you watch the show Escape at Dannemora? It's on Netflix. It's really good. It was created by Ben Stiller, and it's Benicio. It's Benicio, and then the guy from There Will Be Blood, the guy who's the twins. Anyway,
Yeah.
Paul Dano. That's his name. Paul Dano.
Okay.
And so those two are inmates who like basically sweet talk this woman, this like obese prison worker, and then they both start a relationship with her, and they get her to smuggle in tools, and then they literally tunnel out of the prison. It's a real life story. It happened in 2015. So I watched the show. It was a fantastic, really good acting. And then I went and read the real story. Dude, it was wild. Like it's a high. They're both in there for murder. Like one guy literally murdered a police officer. The other guy like butchered and kidnapped an old
Jesus.
man for money. These are like no shit killers.
Yeah.
Locked up in this high security prison in I think it was in North New York, like upstate
Like
New
the
York.
Adirondack, up there.
Yeah, it was in the Adirondacks.
Yeah.
And so they were up there, and they were able to get her to smuggle in like hacksaw blades. They cut their way out of their cells, were able to make their way like through the pipes and everything, use a sledgehammer, hammer through multiple walls, and then cut a hole in a drain pipe or whatever, crawl through the pipe, come up out on the other side, crawl through a manhole, and they were on the run for like 23 days. One guy almost made it to Canada. They shot him like 10 miles from the Canadian border. Yeah, one guy was killed. The other guy, sorry, spoiler alert.
What year was this?
2015. It wasn't that
What?
long. Yeah, dude, it was like
They
less than-
shot him at the. Well, I guess if
Yeah.
he's that high profile.
Well, they were. A trooper was like, "Hey, who are you?" And he just like took off running. And the other guy apparently was like a drunk. And they would find like hunting cabins, and he would just be like, "All right," and just grabbing whiskey. He was just
like a
getting
bear.
fucked.
He was like
Yeah,
a bear.
He literally was like a bear. That's a good way of putting it. I shouldn't talk about.
he's like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
He was just walking around.
Yeah,
just-
so that the other guy left him. He was like, "Fuck this dude." He's like turned into a drunk.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just never gonna make it. And then
He's not gonna make anything of himself.
And so then he got killed, and then the other guy actually almost made it to Canada.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. He almost. The weird part of the show is it's structured really well. The first like 6 episodes, you're really rooting for the prisoners, and then before you get to the last episode, they do a flashback that shows what they did, and you're like, "Wait, fuck these guys! Like, this is terrible." Because you don't know what they're in there for. You know they're
Yeah.
in prison, but then they're like, "Oh, he literally murdered a cop," and then the other guy like kidnapped this man and tried to extort money from him, and fucking like butchered him and cut him up into little pieces. You're like,
Yeah,
"Dude, you're."
his parlays didn't work.
Yeah,
did he?
yeah, you're right. I'm like, we gotta get this guy out of here. I'm like, this is not good.
Yo, guys, welcome to the advertisement portion of the podcast. I'm on my motherfucking Assassin's Creed shit right now. You guys can't even see me. I was doing this earlier to ensure audio quality because I'd fucked up the audio of the ads because I was recording through my laptop like a dumbass. Now I kind of like the look now that I got my phone out. All right, guys, here, big thing, and I try to add some tranquil music to the ads because it's kind of jarring. You're just listening to a podcast. You give your brain over to the podcast, and out of nowhere, it's like, hey, listen up, we got enough. And it's like, fuck, man. Fuck, how about a heads up? So what we're doing, we're going to add a little gentle music. You can kind of get in the zone. You can chill. You can kind of use this time to kind of drift off, whatever you want to do. But we are going to do the advertisements. And I got to say, here's my number one advertisement right now. I fucked up and I'm doing shows. Well, hear me out here. I failed to promote my shows in the Irvine Improv, SoCal. I'm so fucking SoCal. I forgot to do the ads or make a flyer for the Irvine show. Oops, my bad. It's next weekend. Thanksgiving weekend, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. 2 days, faux shows. Come out to motherfucking Irvine Improv. And I'll be honest, I'm not just saying this because I'm doing a show. I love Irvine. Irvine was the first place I went to in California. And I was telling someone recently, I'm like, I fucking love Irvine. And they lived in LA and like, are you kidding? Are you trying to be funny? I'm like, no, why? And apparently everyone from LA just snubs Irvine. Like, I would never. Fuck you guys, dude. Irvine rules. LA's fucking bullshit. Irvine, we're talking Laguna Beach. We're talking motherfucking Newport Beach, conservative ass stronghold down there in SoCal, dude. Shit. Come out. I love Irvine. It's literally the first place I went to in California. I'm very excited to go there. I'm going to bring my whole motherfucking family. We're all going to do Thanksgiving out there. It's going to be sick. So, Irvine Improv, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. Let's go. Let's show these LA fucking pussies, dude, who's really fucking SoCal. They're not fucking SoCal. They're north of Irvine, bruh. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Take a moment to say thank you to someone in your life, including your therapist if that's someone you'd like to shout out. If you have multiple reads this month, perhaps highlight someone different each time. Well, let's see. Last week, I highlighted my mommy. I'm thankful for my mommy. I was going to do my daddy this week. I'm very thankful for my daddy, but you know what? Know who I'm going to thank this week? Our almighty creator, guys. How awesome is God? Come on now. How awesome is the fact that you can call it the Big Bang, whatever you want to call it. The universe was created out of an infinitesimal, however you say that, a teeny tiny, incomprehensibly small void, nothingness. And the universe has exploded out of nothingness, and that nothingness is the substratum of all that exists today, and it still exists in the universe. And that's basically God. How awesome is that? Thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful. Guys, this month is all about gratitude, and along with the the cosmic deity I just shouted out, there's another person we don't get to thank enough, ourselves. It's sometimes hard to remind ourselves that we are trying our best to make sense of everything, and in this crazy world, that isn't easy. Here's a reminder to send some thanks to the people in your life, including yourself. And that this is the time for a personal endorsement. That's what they're asking for. Yeah, I think, therapy is good. You gotta do something, man. You gotta get outside of your ego. That's the thing that's keeping you in, your egoic struggles of just, I want more, I'm not enough. Blah, blah, fucking blah. And therapy is one conduit to escape yourself and to try to forge a better life. Or you can just become one with your creator. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapist at any time for no additional charge. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. That's right. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 or more players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Guys, Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineup stays in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half for whatever reason and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. Sign up today to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. What? It's guaranteed. Think Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week? It's a pretty good guess. Lamar Jackson will pass more than 1.5 TDs? Oh man, cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. What's better than you and your crew, dude, just cooking up hot takes and running your game on Prize Picks? Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on the Prize Picks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. They don't deliver it to your window or just kick it onto your lawn. Guess where they bring it? To your door. It's amazing. Guys, it's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. Have you ever heard about breakers? They are the nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration in case you're thirsty. Break a pouch. If you know your pouches, you know that the nicotine doesn't hit in immediately, and neither does the flavor. The geniuses at Lucy came up with a brilliant way to fix both those problems. They put a mini liquid capsule inside each breaker's pouch. And I haven't tried the breaker's pouch, but I'll be honest, Josh Cabazzo, one of our producers, Josh is one of my favorite people. He is the absolute fucking man, by the way. Josh he tried a breaker pouch on this very episode, like while he was recording it. And Sagar gave him one. He had one as well. And Josh was like raving about it. I forgot all about it. He's like, dude, that shit was fucking awesome, by the way. He liked it. So I can't give you a personal endorsement. I haven't tried it, but Josh has tried it and I trust his word. And he loved the liquid surprise. Let me tell you guys, he said it perked him right up. Guys, let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. The Lucy products are only for adults of legal age. And every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Yes. You know what we all need to get more of? Off our ass. With bold flavors and a refreshing citrus kick, Mountain Dew will get you off your ass and have you feeling like you're on an actual mountain. A mountain where the weather is always perfect, your friends are ready to hang, and a day of epic proportion awaits. They gotta fire the guy who wrote that fucking piece of shit paragraph. Guys, but guess what doesn't suck? Look how fucking blue that is. What is this? Voltage? Look at this. Look at that shit, dude. You can put this in a Windex bottle and go, it's like, no, I'm just drinking Voltage, everybody. Don't you squirt it right in your mouth. You look at this motherfucker's crazy. And you go, maybe I fucking am. Let's get off our ass together, brother, and hang on the perfect mountain. A day where epic proportion awaits. That's what I like. That's the kind of fun times I like to have with my friends, guys. When we all drink our Voltage and our Baja Blast, you know what game we play? You know what fun and competitive social activity we engage in that I'd like to talk to you guys about? Let me tell you guys, man. Look, when we drink regular Mountain Dew, I told you already, we wrestle. When we drink the fucking blue ass, look how fucking blue this shit is. When we drink this, oh my God, dude, we play a secret game. Me and my friends, we play a secret game in which, how do I say, we all take our turn doing something fun. And the last person to, dare I say, arrive at the party has to chug the Voltage full of, you know what the fuck I'm saying. You guys don't even know what's going on there. Voltage Mountain Dew. What the hell is sorry guys, I blacked out. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Guys, the mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold and do the do.
Yeah, the prison culture shit is like fascinating, man.
Absolutely.
I've wanted. I like almost. I'm glad I've
You
never
wanna
went,
go.
but I kind of was like, damn. I kind of wish like
How much weight were you moving then when you were selling marijuana?
decent amount. Like
pounds?
yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
So you
Like
could have gone. You actually could have gone.
I could have went to jail. In Philly, it was
Yeah.
like you could have 5 pounds and you wouldn't really. You could like get locked up, but you wouldn't do like a sentence at
Okay.
a certain point. But that's what I've heard. But like before though, like in the like the 2000s, it started getting more lax. By the end of it, nobody was going to jail for weed. Even like the cops would find a half pound of weed on you and
They
just
just
be like,
don't care.
Jesus Christ, and just take it and make the fuck out of here.
How does it all work though? Like in terms, not the cost. So were you selling to other dealers because you had enough?
Yeah, eventually it was like I would
Right.
do both. You would get like the way it would work is you'd have to like. I remember I like saved all my money so hard, and I eventually saved up $1,600, and I bought a half pound, and then I
Okay.
got to like actually make money off of it.
Yeah.
And then eventually I started. You just get it fronted to you. You like find somebody that would front me like 30 pounds of weed.
Yeah, that is the interesting thing I read from Johnny's podcast. Is like there's a lot of consignment, in the drug business,
And then double consignment. I would get something from it and double consign it to other people, and then you have to kind
But
of.
what
like,
if he doesn't pay you, and then you got to pay the guy?
You tell them, hey man, if I'm falling on tough times. That's the thing. It's like you're never supposed to meet that person, like the top level person, because they want to keep like an air of like, because they're gonna tell the guy like, yo, tell him I'm fucking murderer. But I met the guy.
Really?
It was, it wasn't.
Were you ever physically threatened? Did you ever see weapons?
I got robbed at gunpoint. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What was that like? What happened?
It was surreal. It was like so. I got threatened with a club one time. That was embarrassing. I gave in to the club just outside. This guy was like, I want to fucking hit you with this. And I was like, all
Like
right,
what
dude.
kind of club? Like a handmade
Like
club?
a
or
wooden, just a fucking like a 1920s police officer baton, dude. He was like, but I was in West Philly, like trying to buy
you
Percocets.
did the right thing. Yeah,
Yeah, and there was like 7 guys around me, and I was like, seriously, guys, where are my Percocets? And they were like, dude, we'll fucking bash your brains in. And I was like, all right, you guys can keep the $200. You win this round. But yeah, it was that. And then I had a guy one time, he got robbed and blamed it on me. I think he just took my money, but he came out, like, we were in an apartment. He was like, something's got to, he like cocked a gun and walked towards me. And I was like, oh shit. That time it was just like, everything just goes super slow. I remember just being like very slow, terrified too. People were like, dude, if someone pulled a gun on me, I'd fight. It's like, I was frozen, totally frozen.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like,
fight or
what the
flight. Yeah, it's
exactly.
totally crazy.
Second time,
You got robbed twice.
Oh, well, that time I got like, I like paid this guy money to go get something and bring it to me. And he's like, I got robbed after you gave me the money. And I was like, bro, it's fine. I was like, it's all good, man. He's like, nah, man, this is fucked up. And he just fucking like cocked a gun and like walked. He was like, did you do it? And I was like, how the fuck what are you talking about?
Oh, like you
Did I
would
set him
have
up?
set him up. Right,
I was like, why would I do that?
Oh, man.
Whatever.
Wow.
But that was the whole thing. And then the second time I was in an apartment and it was like someone had owed me a bunch of money and I was bringing them more stuff. So I had like the money they owed me and like about 4 pounds of weed. And he was like, going to give it to some other guy. And then this just dude comes up in a ski mask with the kid who was like supposedly his customer. And the kid set it all up. But that one I was like, I remember everything slowed down again, but I was able to read their faces. And the kid I knew was very much afraid. And the other kid, I was like, he's pretending to be afraid. And then once the guy with the ski mask left with all the money and stuff, I was like, you did that.
Did you beat him up?
I started choking him.
Good.
Pretty badly. And then the kid I knew was like, stop. Because I was in like a blind rage. You're almost you have like a gun in your face. You're terrified.
That's horrifying.
And I was just fucking just holding this kid's neck. Like, I know you fucking did that. And the kid's like, stop. And like, thank God I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think I wasn't like violent like that though. I was never. That was the only time. It was like almost all my money.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was pretty.
How did you
fucked
get
up.
out of this? What got you out of it?
This podcast,
Really?
This
Is that
podcast.
really?
I wasn't on Percocets. I was selling them. I never.
Oh,
I
you were
was
selling Percocets.
I'm not a vice. I was never really like a vice-ridden man. Porn, obviously,
So you
has
were
been
a
my
true
downfall.
you were a true leech on society.
I was absolutely. Yeah, I had no.
You honestly should have gone to prison. I'm not gonna lie. I think you owe 3 years of your life to the state.
I think I should actually.
Yeah.
But now I do service through high-paid
That's true.
podcasts.
Yeah, that's right. You're doing a service.
But I do. I honestly. It's not like a sexy tale because usually you have the redemptive arc of like, and then I got caught. But I was pretty principled. Like I remember like I was like, pills are evil. I didn't know anything about them. I'm like, oh, these are very addictive. Coke, I was like, this stuff's no good either. But weed, there was a thing where it was like, this is good for people. Because I was smoking so much of it. I was like, weed is good for people. I was like, people need weed. It's good for you. I thought it was good for me. You know, I was obviously killing it in life. Just like fighting people for Percocets.
People need to be more like you. You know, like if you smoke weed, you can also end up in West Philadelphia with a club in your face. That's what marijuana will get
That was
you.
for pills.
Okay,
that was for pills.
But you were high
weed
at the
was
time.
chill.
You were high.
I was high forever.
There you go.
I remember I tried to start a policy with every customer. I would smoke a blunt with them, and I ended up smoking like 9 blunts, and it was just.
How do you even function?
I didn't. I wasn't functioning.
Oh, so do you still smoke a lot? You said no.
No.
Right? Okay,
now it's like very. I honestly try to. There was a big impulsive element of it, but now I've been trying to do it where I've tried to do this for years. Where like I almost like incorporate it into a meditation practice. But then you get into it, you're like, well, why do I even need that if I'm meditating? You know. So that was kind of like, well, so now it's like special occasions.
How much better did your sleep get?
So much better. That's the thing with weed. You can even say like, well, I'm sleeping better, but your REM sleep is trashed.
Yes, thank you.
That's
what I was
true.
about to bring up. I was
it's
like,
totally true.
There's a lot of people. There's a big psyop by the weed guys who are like, oh, if you smoke a bowl right before bed, and it's like actually you're nuking your REM sleep. It's like people. You know when you get on an airplane and people are like, just gonna have a glass of wine just to go to bed. And I'm like, actually, you're
not sleeping.
way shittier sleep. Yeah, it's like you're actually not sleeping at all.
Dude, nobody wants to hear this.
Semi-conscious, but it's
nobody wants to hear this. I tell people all the time. It's like, and the weed does fuck up your REM sleep. It's like,
no,
you
it's
don't
empirical.
dream. You
It's
don't
true.
dream. You don't dream. And everyone knows when I stop smoking weed, I have crazy dreams. Like that's because your REM rebounding.
Interesting.
Same as alcohol. Oh, dude, it's like I was completely like when I was younger. Also, I was making a living off it. I'm like, weed is awesome. This stuff rules. Everybody needs this stuff. Everyone needs to be selling this stuff under me. That's what happens with heroin, though. Heroin, if you're using heroin, you try to convince people to do heroin because you want to start selling it to them, so then you don't have to pay. It's very, very evil. And you're like want to inject them too. Yeah, I remember someone explained that to me, and I was like, someone offered for me to sell heroin. I said no. I said no, thank you, sir.
That is evil. I mean,
heroin's evil. The pills were evil, but no one knew what the fuck they were.
Yeah.
I came out of it. I got a
Is Percocet the same as oxycodone? No,
oxycodone. Yes, Percocet
okay.
is oxycodone mixed with Tylenol, basically.
Okay.
So oxycodone and Oxycontin and Percocet are the same thing.
Is it the same strength? Is that
no?
What was the whole like pill thing in the 2000s then?
So
that was OxyContin, right? Or OxyContin?
It was all of them.
Okay,
It was Percocets. There's a bunch of them. It's Vicodin was a big one.
that's right,
Vicodin
yeah,
was hydrocodone.
Hydrocodone, that's right.
That's
right,
Vicodin.
yeah,
And Vicodins were less desirable. If you had Vicodins, people were like, fine.
Right.
But Percocets, people wanted them. And then the Oxys came out, which was
Yes.
just like a 5 milligram Percocet, 10 mil, whatever it was. Oxy would have been like 40.
Yeah, it was like 80, right?
It went up to
I read a book about it, and I remember I watched some documentary about the Sackler family. That shit is evil, man.
Dude,
in
it
terms
was.
of the cash programs and those pill mills, and they had total knowledge.
Dude.
That's really what led to the heroin spike, all the black tar heroin
Big time,
and everything.
dude. And
Because
it
these
wasn't-
people had no idea what
Dude,
they were taking.
it wasn't just the Sacklers. It was
Yeah.
every doctor in the country.
Absolutely.
Dude, I got
Yeah.
like, I would give a sore throat like from my college campus, and they'd do on Percocets, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
But when I was like 19 or 18, and I got my wisdom teeth out, and my friend was like, bro, I will pay you. He's like, you'll get, if you get pills, I'll buy them off you. And I'm like, whoa. So I'll give you $200. I'm like, what? I was like, for sure.
Yes.
I hate medicine. You can
Yeah.
have my medicine. And dude, and it was like I remember coming out like of my wisdom teeth in a haze, but remembering like I asked them, I was like, what am I gonna get? And they were like, oh, we're just gonna give you like ibuprofen. I was like, I'm a real baby with pain. Is there anything else I can have? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you like I think it was like Percocets or
That's
hydrocodone.
insane.
And they just gave me a full vial, and
horrible.
that was the whole thing that set the whole thing off, because I made $200 off of it. And then
Right.
once I went to college, I was like, I got to find more of those things. And my friend was like, yo, these things are awesome. So I didn't do them.
Interesting.
And then I
Yeah.
watched firsthand there was like this apartment complex. 'Cause at a certain time I ended up finding like, I would get like 2,500 Vicodin at a time.
Whoa.
And I remember my friend would bring them into this like apartment complex, and they all get distributed throughout there. And I watched this whole like little ecosystem of people like degenerate.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, and I'm like 19, 20 at the
Right.
time. And I was like, this is fucking bad.
No, it's bad.
So
Yeah, the pills, man. That
I
is
should go to
really
jail,
scary.
dude. I'm such a piece of shit.
You just got to give back to society.
I
man.
do
All right.
though. I do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's I'm
Okay,
all
good.
service now. I'm all service.
All right.
I'm
As long as-
I'm wildly overpaid, but I'm a wildly overpaid servant. That's all, dude. For real though, the thing is like, this is why I like I've been researching the world religions a lot. There's a really good book called The World's Religions by Houston Smith, and he goes into like the connective tissue between like Hinduism, Christianity, Judaism, everything else, Islam, and I do like growing up in a Christian like environment. It was they don't sell it very well to young people. It's like, this sucks. It's like it's just a bunch of shit you got to take on face value. I started researching Hinduism when I was like. I mean, it's a classic stoner move. Just be like
Yes,
so
it
high
is,
and be
yeah.
like, oh, dude.
There's nothing more annoying than white guys who are into Hinduism.
I know.
Than George Harrison wannabes. Just like, fuck off. Bro. In India, they literally laugh at you. They're like, yeah, we'll take your money, but
I know.
Sure. Yeah.
But it is a beautiful religion.
Yes, it's
It's
a
a
good one.
very, and it was like for me, it gave me a concept of God from researching it from that angle. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense.
Good. Yeah, that's great.
But I like their relationship with pleasure from what I've read is like, it's not as, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's not as like forbidden. It's like, yeah, if you want pleasure, go get it till you're tired of it. Or is it?
Kind of. Well, it's hard to say, man, because, even calling Hinduism a religion, obviously it is a religion, but it is intrinsic to the land of India. And I'm really convinced of that. As in, like, the practice of Hinduism, like, you don't go on Sunday. You just have temples everywhere. People stop on their way and off from work, like at the end of the day for special occasions, for little stuff, like you'll go and you'll ask a blessing. It's not in the Abrahamic faiths require like rigid practice, and this is much more like a part of daily life. So the religion itself doesn't like say yes or no or whatever about, I don't know, pleasure, hard work, etc. It doesn't like prescribe rules, but the Indian culture definitely also plays like a huge part of it. So I'm not really convinced. That's why I think Buddhism is a religion. I think that actually is a religion, and that's one that can transpose into Western society or whatever. But Hinduism, like you really got to be in India if you want to be
That makes
like
sense.
a real Hindu, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least practice it in the way that it's meant to be practiced. You can try, obviously, and everybody can do their own thing, but there's a huge amount of people who are Hindus who are atheists. They don't even believe like in God.
It's more, you're saying it's more
Yeah.
of a cultural
It's
kind of
it's part of
practice.
the Indian culture. Like like when you're there, it just makes sense. Like that's how people practice their lives. Like each village has its own deity. The way that there's a certain type of blessing, or they call it a puja, which is a ceremony, which is the type of puja that you would do for this milestone in your life or whatever. Whereas like Abrahamic faiths is like on Sunday or on Friday we pray. We pray 5 times a day, and we do it at this time. And the the chant of the prayer, and with the meat that we eat is like this. Where even amongst Hindus, like 40% of Hindus are vegetarian, but 60% are not. So there's no yes and no on life or on how to live. Like it's just very much part of the culture over 8,000, 9,000 years.
Yeah, that is it is such a funny stoner move though to be like, dude, I think I'm used to mushrooms
and yoga.
Like, dude,
it's like girls who are into yoga. It's like shut the fuck. They're like my shavasana. We're like
that is tough when they start you start like 4 Sanskrit words and you're like. Sukha.
Yes. Or the Om tattoos. You're just like, spare me, man.
I will say though, if from like just like a
isn't that a Hindu? Isn't that the Hindu deity? It kind of looks like it. What do you got going on over there?
This might be Shiva.
That's Sanskrit. That's Sanskrit down there. I can't read it. Yeah.
Oh, this? No.
English.
Dude, this was a shirt I designed and tried to sell as merch, and it's a very low seller.
Shocker.
I do think though there's something religiously. Let's just say in the United States, it's like Christianity it's cool. It's getting a resurgence.
No, I don't think so. Statistically, no.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's just the internet memes. I
think you're thinking of trad wife.
I'm thinking of trad wife.
If you take a look at the stats, Christianity is never. I mean, not Christianity, religion. We have never lived in a more secular country.
Yeah.
Honestly, even coming back here is shocking. Like to Texas in the modern. I mean, I literally grew up here. This was a deep Bible Belt state. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And to watch it become like cosmopolitan is weird, honestly. Even when I go back to College Station, I mean, I don't know. I guess I just don't feel the same. I don't live there anymore. It's just kind of different, but it doesn't just feel the way that it did back then. And in general, stats-wise, the evangelism, Catholicism, all practicing religions, and the rise of people who just call themselves spiritual or whatever, it's never been higher.
Right.
And that's really, I mean, the right-wing trad people are the ones who blame that for where we are. But honestly, kind of to make it political, I think that's why Trump is the first, like, real secular president. Like everybody knows, like,
he
Trump
loves the Bible. What are you talking about, dude? He loves the Bible.
But it's like, he loves it so much that he sells a copy. But 30% of the people who voted for Trump are literally pro-choice, like over 30%. That's crazy, right? If you think about it in terms of the abortion election and all of that. So the mass secularization of America has made being conservative, like just though the Texas I grew up in, George W. Bush was literally my governor. Yeah. That type of conservatism, it's fucking gone. Man.
Oh
it's
yeah,
totally
for sure. I think they're to bring back to my main point. I do think like there's a lot of people who have left organized religion who are going towards kind of spiritualism, but no, everyone has I think now it's like everyone has a very strained relationship. If people are trying to like practice some form of like God in their life. I do feel like researching other religions helps people kind of like conceptualize it, because you're like, I'm not going to do this, but you can read that and like, that kind of makes sense if you look at it like a giant consciousness.
And then
universe.
even then, I mean, I could defend.
What are your stances on that?
What, religion?
Yeah, religion, God, like believing in God.
I'm not religious at all. I mean, I grew up around here, so I still have a very like side eye view of a lot of the Bible Belt stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for people now that I've been removed from it for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Look, there's it's like the South Park episode about Mormonism, where like, look, this is some batshit crazy stuff, but the truth is like they're living a better life than you.
Yeah.
You're like I mean, so it's like maybe we're the crazy ones, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones who believe in Planet Kolob or whatever, but they have 9 children. They're really happy. They help each other. The Mormon Church has no debt. They make sure that you get very cheap education at BYUs. If you stay in the faith, they take care of you. They take care of each other. I grew up around a lot of Mormons. They're some of the happiest people I know. They have like multiple children. They settled well. They seem like they're doing like really well in life, and they get to they have a big community aspect where you always have just dozens of people who share your values, who are around, who if you're out of town, somebody can come watch your pets, or if you need help with your kids or whatever. So like they're the winners in life, man. Like that's what people need to take away.
That's my question is like that's what I've been trying to like read about and like think about a lot is like what is the grounding force for like people's lives, and if it if it dissipates into like if there is no, that's like what religion has been forever. And now people are like the antidepressants, like all that people are just now like you have to like back up the molecules in your brain because you're sad because your worldview is
Absolutely.
inherently kind of bleak.
Very, very well said. And also, I mean, like wokeism, quote unquote, is a religion. Any sort, or being anti-woke is also a religion.
It is, yeah.
Politics is a religion.
For
so
sure.
Religion will find a way in its life, whether you find religion or not. The thing is about it is what I, would advocate for is that I think, especially in big cities and like in elite circles, there's a real sneering at religion, but they don't look at it in the way that I just said, where it's doing quite a lot of good for people who are in the faith and the community. So for me, I'm just like, look, do whatever you want to do. And actually, having lived all my entire adult life in mass secular America, we have a lot of problems, right? Like the gathering place of the secular American is the bar. It shouldn't be. That's weird, actually. Like waiting until you're in your mid 30s to even try to start having children, and then by that time, like, I don't know. I just think
they
there's
should
a lot
be turning it into Christ's blood. They should be turning it into Christ's blood.
There's just choices that you make that make it all about you. And one of the things that are really important about religion is like, actually, no, it's not about you. It's about other people. And so by doing that and by choosing the secular elite path, you are literally pursuing something that is just all about you. It's about the pursuit of your own pleasure, about your own money, about all of this. But it will strip away any of the great things in life that will genuinely make you happy. So if you're not religious, then you have to actually consciously seek that out. And I'm telling you about this. You have children now, right? Like it's probably harder to connect and find like groups of other parents. Whereas if you grew up in Texas in the 90s and you went to church, that's dusted, bro.
You're done. You're done.
Day one, it's sold. Yeah. Like someone will be at your house when your wife gives birth. They will have food waiting in your house.
Yeah.
And all that. But if you don't have that type of community, that's really hard.
You're stuck.
The number of people, actually, there's a really interesting like American Family Studies study that shows that the number of friends, particularly among men, the number of like male friends that people have has an all-time low. I think the record number is actually in the 0 to 1 category of people who consider themselves like close friends. And so if you think about it, like in that community aspect, people are lonelier than ever. They're having difficulty really finding a mate. They're really having problems in terms of fostering close friendships. So they're doing what? Betting parlays on gambling in order they just want to feel something. So
stimulate the brain.
They're stimulating the brain.
Yeah,
exactly.
that is sad. That's my problem is like there needs to be some sort of cohesive organizing force, and most of them are negative, where it's like, again, it's like fucking, Proud Boys, all that. You get like the things are, and it's not even like, a lot of it I think does come down to the media, because it's like, it's like, you don't have to take your worldview or your life prescriptive path of the media, but it's like they are experts, they are this, and it is looked upon as like this is an authoritative source of information.
Yeah.
And it's just mean. Like everything you see is just like, he's this guy is such a loser. Let me tell you about this guy. And it's on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's bad for people mentally. Like,
well, definitely. But I will give that's a bit cope also, because people blame the media. And it's like, look, that's what people want. Like at a certain point, like it's true. I could be so much more successful, wealthy, and famous if I just did that. I actually am actively giving up.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's
I know, but that's a choice that I'm making. But the truth is that is what most people want. Most people want to fulfill their base instincts. They want to have that, that dopamine rush of saying, yeah. I mean, honestly, Shane's bit about the Fox News dad, I mean, I actually, the first time I met him, I was like, that really is like probably one of the most important bits you've ever done, because it's deeply true.
It's in the vernacular now. People will say, I have a Fox News dad.
I have a Fox News. It is a deeply true, like, it's a bit, it's a comedy bit, but that is like an archetype and something that really does exist, like in American society.
No, it is. It's true.
And it's I would flip it and say there are also MSNBC moms out there,
Big
right,
time.
who are just as bad on wine moms and all that. But it is a cancer on American society. But honestly, that's what they want. Like I was talking with Lex yesterday, and I brought up one of my favorite media quotes, and it's from a book called The Loudest Voice in the Room, and it's a biography of Roger Ailes, who was the chairman of Fox News and the creator. And he said, people want to be informed. People don't want to be informed. They want to feel informed. And I think that is like the most deeply true thing about media that I've ever read.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess what I'm saying is like, it's just bad. It's bad because it's like you were saying, there's a financial incentive to be like a major dickhead.
Yes.
Which when I first saw reality TV, I was like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is creating a pathway.
Right, but it's
being
good.
just a absolute.
It's
so bad.
It's so good.
It's
though.
so
yeah,
bad.
no, it's bad for America.
If
but
you were
it's fun to
smoking
watch.
weed back then, you would have been like, "What the fuck, dude? This is so fucked up." I remember I was just high watching reality TV. Like this is modeling a type of behavior that also pays off genuinely,
narcissism,
which taps into people's own like biological drives. And I was like, "This is not good because that's what's being modeled. That's what's you're pushed unconsciously to do. And like you were saying, like, dude, if you wanted to like really double down, any of us can do it.
Oh, it's
hang a couple American flags back here and be like, let me tell you something, motherfucking.
I get so annoyed and be like, you're a grifter or whatever. I'm like, bitch. I'm like, I could make way more money.
I could grift. Yeah,
if I wanted to grift, I would grift you bitch. Oh, yeah. Be like, if I just sat there and be like, look at these liberal tears that are flowing from their faces.
I'm telling you, all the channels, you put an American flag behind you,
so
you
simple.
sell your merch hat, and it's just
especially for me, brown guy, be like, brown guy loves Trump and all this.
I know, dude.
So poor. The problem is that I get bored, man. I find those people so utterly boring that I have no interest in even talking to them.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's humiliating.
But you could make a lot of money.
A shit ton of money.
Especially if you're a black guy is the top of the market value. If you're a black guy with a red hat, let me tell you something. Right. It's like
you'll be famous overnight. MAGA memas will be sending you $5 a month and being like, "Have you seen this nice young man?" yeah.
But yeah, I do hope we can like somehow move to something that animates people other than like, do you think people will ever be animated other than their base instincts by the masses, or do you think there will be like an actual like
Gen Pop? No, Gen Pop will always be the same.
Always be.
Yeah, look, America, society, these rise of mass media has always looked exactly the same. Like people think it's worse now than it ever was. Total bullshit. If you go back and you look at the yellow journalism era, like it was insane. People were slamming each other, and I mean, imagine this: America's news in the 1800s was literally political. Like when you would read the news, you would read the Kentucky Democrat, or you would read like the Kansas City Republican. Like your literal newspaper was the party that you supported. And one of the ways that people would get interested and instigate politics is socialists and others would be like, we're starting a socialist newspaper, because the news itself was a political vector.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was totally bought into like, dude, it's never been this bad.
No, absolutely not. It's bullshit. So like the thing is that in the old days, the rise of yellow journalism, of the penny papers, people like William Randolph Hearst and others, and before him, like Joseph Gordon Bennett, it was all sensationalism, tabloid. That's where it all comes from. And that was overwhelmingly popular. What happened is that the old days that we romanticize is actually a very unique time in American history, where the vast majority of Americans were getting their news from the network TV. So in the 60s and the 70s, everybody romanticizes Walter Cronkite, all this stuff. Let me tell you something. The news was just as fake back then as it is today. It's just that, thank God we have the internet to be like, no, it's fake and it's bullshit. Because it's a slog, but people should read it. It's called Personal History by Katharine Graham. She ran the Washington Post. She was the owner of it. And her father bought the paper, and then her son is the one who sold it to Jeff Bezos. But so she ran the paper for basically her entire life. Her husband ran it, then he committed suicide, and she took over and ran it for decades. And if you read that paper, actually, if you've ever watched the movie The Post, it's directed by Steven Spielberg with Tom Hanks, and it's about the Pentagon Papers. Meryl Streep plays her in the movie. And it's really like, when reading that book, you're like, she's getting politicking with Kennedy is at dinner, and he's like giving them advice on how to write in the paper. And her husband, who was owner of the Post, is friends with JFK, and he's skewing the coverage in a certain way. So everyone has this romantic nature about the 60s and Cronkite. It's like, no, they were just as partisan as people are as today, as Rachel Maddow and these people. But America didn't know. They had much more higher like institutional trust, and cable news exploded that obviously after the network era, and then the rise of blogs and everything. But people were really romanticized this, the news was fair and balanced. It's like, no, it's not. The news is what got us into Vietnam. The news,
true.
Like, no, it wasn't fair and balanced. These people were writing columns and justifying all this bullshit. They knew what was happening. They didn't report any of it. It was only in 1968 we finally tell everybody the truth. By that time, 500,000 Americans are sitting in Vietnam. JFK, we used to go and hang out, and all of his secretaries, McNamara and all these guys, were hanging out in Georgetown, which is a very rich neighborhood, at their fancy ass mansions, secretly telling them what they should write in their papers. Like, dude, it's always been like as corrupt. People just didn't know it. Yeah,
I feel like Trump did kind of crack the he parted the veil to be like,
Absolutely.
yo, this is actually a lot of this is bullshit.
The roots of Trump are there's a famous clip, 2012, Newt Gingrich was the Republican debate, South Carolina debate. And the opening question, even I will admit it's a crazy question. They were like, Mr. Gingrich, he I don't know the circumstances. He's on his third wife and he like divorced his wife. I think she was going through cancer or something like that. Oh, it was terrible. It was
cancer.
It was bad. It was rough, it was bad. And it was the second time that he'd done something like that. Anyway, so like that was the opening question. And Gingrich is like, let me tell you something. That was one of the most disgusting acts, and the mainstream media is a direct participant, something like that, in the Democratic Party. And the pop, as you would say, from the audience, roars. Like you can hear it on the microphone of like, whoa, and all of that. And I watched that clip because all the ingredients for Trump were there the whole time. It's just like you have to go and look for it. Like Michelle
He was the first
Bachmann.
one that tapped into that.
Well, he was the first one who attacked his media on the stage and flipped the debate and made it about them. And it was a referendum. It was like, no, fuck you, actually.
Whoa.
And you could see John King is kind of taken aback because he's never experienced this before. And now it's the norm in Republican politics. People expect it. At that time, it was crazy. It was shocking. But yeah, I mean, I watched that clip a lot because I'm like, that's it. That's where Donald Trump, 2015, the famous debate, and Megyn Kelly's like, Mr. Trump, you've called women pigs, he's like, only Rosie O'Donnell. And it's just
everyone,
the
crushed.
crowd just roars, man. And it's like, that was it. Like, that's the moment that he won, in my opinion, in the 2015 primary. Broke politics forever. But the ingredients were there. They were all there.
It's funny that he was like that was like one of the first dominoes that toppled the mainstream media, and he was just trying to get a fourth wife. He was just trying to get something new. He was like, bro, nothing's going to stop me.
Yeah.
Not the entire mainstream media.
No, I think what it is in all of this is that the base has always hated the media. It's just that the politicians, they need the media. I mean, this is another like fakery out of all of this, is that the idea that the Republicans hate the media, like nobody craves media attention more than Republicans.
For sure.
Specifically mainstream media. There are some good ones out there who actually understand that the news is bad and like don't want to give them access. But in reality, like as much as they say they hate it, like they want to be on CNN, bro. They like it. They want to go on Fox. I don't know.
So speaking of the politician stuff, so Matt Gaetz, that's something I can't like wrap my head around. He got appointed. That's his name.
Attorney General. That's right.
Attorney General.
Yeah, he's nominated to be the Attorney General.
And what the big thing about him is that he might have trafficked kids.
So man,
that's a weird one.
The details are very strange. So and to be fair, the DOJ did drop their case against him. So they investigated it and they leaked a lot of the details. So he was never convicted or even prosecuted. Of any of this. And there genuinely was some weird. I'd have to go back and look at the details, but somebody was trying to blackmail him for like $25 million, and that's how some of this stuff came out. But like empirically, he was definitely like hooking up with like very young girls and like hanging out with sketchy people and getting blackout drunk, like all while he was a congressman. So the detail, as I understand it, 2021 to now, there's been a 3-year investigation in the House Ethics Committee about Gaetz and his behavior that was instigated by an attorney who filed a complaint claiming to represent an underage girl who says that she slept with Matt Gaetz whenever she was underage. Now, obviously, though, she may claim that, but as I understand it, the feds did investigate at least some of these claims, and of course, they haven't brought charges.
Sure.
So the report itself was due to be released, I think tomorrow, actually, from the day that we are taping. And that report now will not be released because what happened is that Gaetz got nominated to be the Attorney General. He resigned as a House of Representatives. So the House Ethics Committee, 2 days later of his nomination, was supposed to release that, but they will no longer release the report because he's no longer a sitting member of Congress, considering his resignation. So there's some background.
That's kind of sketchy, yeah.
Look, I mean, his behavior has also made it a little weird in terms of, first of all, just what he admitted to is wild.
Also, why would he be appointed, though? It almost seems like he'd have perhaps dirt on DJT.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it's a dirt thing. Dude, Gaetz is just he's one of his biggest...
He's one of his bros.
Not bros. He's just one of his biggest defenders on television. He's one of those people who, like, anything goes, like, he's all in. I mean, look,
it seems tactical. I'm saying they like to abandon Congress, have a higher job 2 days before potentially the shoe drops.
You could read that into that if you want.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, but at the same time, like, why would Trump go along with that scheme then, right? Like, because for this, Trump would have to be like, okay, Matt, I'll bail you out. But
that's what I'm saying. That's hence the dirt. I don't know. I'm just wildly speculating.
I'm
trying to figure out why appoint somebody with such a sketchy record.
Oh, I mean, I think that the case is
He was
simple.
your
Gates is a
outspoken-
true believer.
he was a
That's what
true
it is. He's
believer,
been
yeah.
all in for Trump for 8 years. He was his biggest defender on television. Trump loves him. He always goes on Fox, and Matt Gates is always like, I'm all in for Trump. To be fair, Gates is an interesting guy. Like, from my perspective, he has generally been anti-war. Like, he's been sponsored a lot of stuff with progressive Democrats about trying to end forever wars.
Okay.
He's somebody who wanted to pardon Edward Snowden. He opposed the Julian Assange stuff. You'll like this. He's very pro-weed. He's one of the most pro-marijuana members of Congress.
I don't care
one
about
of
weed
my,
anymore. I like mushrooms. Right,
Okay,
by the way.
but we're coming for that next. He had he's actually quite libertarian is the way.
Okay.
He's pro Bitcoin, you know. And he's been a
see.
heterodox guy for a while, so I'm not that worried about. People hate Matt Gates because I mean, look, he's kind of an asshole, like media wise.
For sure.
He's got a reputation about town, and he likes to come in and he likes to mouth off. Can we put it that way?
Yeah, for sure.
Right? He's got
Yeah.
a bad, like, the Republicans hate him because he's the one who mounted that coup against Kevin McCarthy and got Kevin McCarthy kicked out. So
Yeah.
a lot of the establishment types hate him, but Trump loves him because he's loyal, and he wants him to like root out a lot of the people who are in the Department of Justice who he would see as like deep state or enemies or whatever.
sure.
And I honestly think Gates would do that, but I mean, it is crazy because AG is like a real dude. You're the chief legal officer of the United States. Like, you have to determine the legality of president's actions. You direct the Department of Justice and the FBI, like what type of cases we're going to prosecute or not. Like, you make the call on some like really big decisions. Like, you have to write the legal justification sometimes for what the president is doing, work with the White House counsel's office. I mean, it is a real no shit job. Like, it's a real job.
I'm glad you said that because that was my next
I
question.
had to go
What the
look
fuck's
it
the
up.
Attorney General?
I had to go look it up because I was like, yo, does he even have a law degree? But he does. Yeah. But I was like, I don't know if he's a lawyer,
That's fucking wild. So we're about to enter what's the Senate and the House are Republican now.
Yes, the
They'll
Senate
get
and the House are
two
Republican.
Supreme Court picks most
Yes.
likely.
Yeah, Alito and Clarence Thomas. That's
Yeah.
right. They'll probably resign. Although Sonia Sotomayor, one of the Democrats, she's 70, but she does have type 1 diabetes. And Democrats tried to get her to resign because they were like, hey, you need to go so that Biden can
switch
appoint
you out.
somebody. But she pulled an RBG and she's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, because they
Crazy.
wanted one.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're going to enter into like a what's up?
Can you believe that she did that? These people are such narcissists. She's
I can totally
so
believe that she did
believes in power and like not even being part. I mean, I don't really care, but it's more from a liberal perspective. It's like, if you think this is fascism and the end of democracy, like, bitch, then resign. Like,
Yeah,
what
exactly.
are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
You're literally type 1 diabetic, 7 years old, and you're obese. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Look at a fucking actuarial table. Like,
Dude, it is sad though if you think about like even like what happened to Biden. It's like being that old and being driven by kind of like the power drive until like your brain just falls apart. It's pretty fucking terrible.
I mean, I say it's sad, but it's also like pathetic and deeply egomaniacal and narcissistic. And that, at the end of the day, that's what it takes to be a politician. Like, that's the truth. He, by the way, has been the same his entire life. So I talked about this book yesterday with Friedman called What It Takes. It was written in 1988. It's about the 1988 presidential campaign. That's where Biden had that plagiarism scandal. He's been an egomaniacal narcissist, chip on his shoulder guy for his entire life. So, what they say about when you get old is it just makes you more of what you already are. Like, if you're already an arrogant fuck, like, you're just going to be more of an arrogant fuck when you're old. Like, that's
so sad, man.
It's true. Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That was my overarching point with religion. It's like I feel like as a society, we need a vehicle for self-transcendence so that you don't become a just 80-year-old walking around demented, like trying to lead the country.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's like genuinely like self-idolatry. He's like, I am the one. I will stop Donald Trump. I'm the most important figure. Nothing is bigger than me. It's pure narcissism, and he's chiefly responsible for being a terrible president, but also for the loss of the Democratic Party. It really, it's crazy.
Yeah,
if I were them, I would be freaking out. I would be so furious. I mean, nobody has fucked their party more than Biden since George W. Bush and his handling of the Iraq War.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think the future of the Democratic Party is going to look? Because I thought the same thing. Like, dude, if they don't like I think they're going to need an outsider. They're going to need a Democrat.
Yeah,
Trump.
that was my prediction. Not necessarily a Democratic Trump, but if we're in an era, so for example, like Obama, like rose from the ashes, right? Because he was a no-name senator. He gave it a great speech in 2004, big fucking deal. Okay.
Yeah.
But then he came out of nowhere. He had anti-war credentials, and Harry Reid is actually the one who was like, "You should run for president." He's like, "You're not a good senator." He's like, "You don't like it here." He's like, "Get out of here. Go run for president." He's the first person who put that in Obama's mind. But with the rest of them, like if we look in the past, Bill Clinton also came out of nowhere in 92.
Right.
We had 12 years of Republican rule,
Yeah.
1980
Was
to
it Reagan,
1992. It was Reagan and it was Bush. And Clinton, he was a no-name governor from Arkansas, but he created this thing, the Democratic Leadership Committee, which like basically moved the Democratic Party much more to the right and made it more of like a neoliberal thing. And that's how he was able to win like a major victory in 92. So somebody will come. I think that person needs to come from the ashes, though. I think anybody tainted by the stain of like wokeism from the 2010s and the Great Awakening onward, on top of like the Biden and all the trans shit and all this, plus just this whole last decade has been a nightmare, right?
It collapsed in on itself,
and it collapsed in and of itself. So anybody really tainted by that at the national political level, they're gonna have a tough time, in my opinion. That's why, even though I think Gavin Newsom's very talented, and I think that Josh Shapiro, Gretchen Whitmer, Pete Buttigieg, and all these other people, I think that they like to believe that they could overcome it, and maybe, right? Like Trump could fuck everything up and he could be a nightmare, right? In terms of his popularity, and it'd be easy to beat him. Anybody could. But if he doesn't, and if he governs even reasonably well, 40-50% approval rating, you're going to need somebody with like real political entrepreneurship and skills to be able to rise out of that.
Yeah, and they kind of, the Republican side has a kind of like I feel like a deeper roster. They could tap that are also like like RFK. He can like talk. He's not like a total robot.
Well, he's not a
politician.
Republican, right? So he's whatever
He's independent.
he is. He's an independent. He's endorsed Trump. Yes, although I don't think RFK will ever run again.
I don't think he will.
I
don't think he will. But I'm saying they seem to have like a Tulsi Gabbard. Like they have like a deeper roster of people. Maybe that's just me because I'm biased. But it's like
maybe
I don't know if anyone like you're saying like these like Newsom, Buttigieg is like. I really think they need a new person.
Absolutely, you need somebody who is totally untainted by the system, and that's real. That's what Obama was. That's what Bill Clinton was.
Yeah,
the appetite for. Although I will say the appetite. The thing is about the Democratic base is now it's rich white people, and the thing is about rich white people is they don't really give a shit about a lot of stuff. They just want to win. Like I'm serious. Like they are just like we want to win. They're like, oh, you need to say what? Okay, whatever. Like say it. Just win. So it is a little different this time because this time around, as whatever narrative they're sold about what will beat Trump, that's who they're going to nominate.
Yeah.
That's why they nominated Biden. They didn't care what he stood for.
I know.
They were like, we need Trump out of here.
Yeah.
It was
like,
that's what it's going to be like.
Bring out the dancing black ladies.
They'll do anything.
They threw everything. They were like Beyonce, Cardi.
So were you as shocked as I was that they get paid? I had no idea that these celebrities
got paid.
I had no idea.
I didn't know.
I was so naive. I thought celebrities just did it because they supported them.
If they didn't get paid, it's because they're at the Diddy parties. So like you better show my W-2.
Yeah,
it's just so weird to be like we're gonna have
$1 million to Oprah. $1 million.
$1 million, dude.
She's a billionaire. What the fuck do you need $1 million for? What are we doing?
I mean, it's a nice little treat, though.
Yeah, sure, but
we'll give you a mill.
It's like, don't you already support Kamala? Like, just do it, And that's the thing is, I don't think they're getting paid to say something that they don't already believe. But if you already believe it, just do it for free. Like, why would you? Like,
I don't think they believe it. You can't. Maybe
you're right.
You can't guarantee. Like, there's no way. There's no like. Again, it's like Republicans. I'm not like a big Republican guy, but I really like zoom in on like the liberal Democrat, like the modern liberal Democrat type. It's like I don't really see a coherent vision at all. It's too bought in on the postmodernism, which is in itself is self-contradictory and goes nowhere.
Definitely.
So that's kind of what happened to them. They like it was their like Trump was the right's Energizer battery pack. Theirs was like the postmodern racial power versus worldview.
Yeah, it's very odd,
and it just literally collapses in on itself, and it contradicts itself. Like there's no hierarchies. It's like, well, who do you prefer, Trump or Biden? Well, there are hierarchies, all that bullshit. But it's like all they're gonna have. If I were a Democrat like leading the campaign, an outsider candidate, and I would come by and be like, if you're a Trump supporter, I still love you, man. That's all they have to. That's all they have to do.
They made the whole dictator fascist playbook that they ran this time. That was very stupid, that they did. So I don't know how they're going to do it, man. I really don't. I have confidence that they will figure it out just because people are too triumphalist, as in I know I was talking about this. 2008, Obama wins, right? They're like, we will never lose an election again. James Carville literally wrote a book called 40 More Years about how the Democrats will be in power forever. Demographics are destiny. It's over. It's a white party. And now Donald Trump has won 2 out of the last 3 presidential elections. The last one, he won the popular vote and he won Latino men. He basically completed a racial realignment of the U.S. politics.
It's insane.
Imagine going back, to 2008 and telling me that. That was only 16 years ago, man. It wasn't that long ago.
And Obama lost his juice when they trotted him out to be like, go yell at young black guys. And
right.
Dude, it just is like, man.
It's like you sneering. Just like that's the I have Obama derangement syndrome. Like I hate Obama, and like not for the reasons that like white boomers hate him. We're like he's destroying this country.
I was working construction when he got elected, and it was a somber day for the
boomers,
white, like boomer age white guys. They'd come into work and be like. They were just mad he was a black guy. Yeah. That was it. They came in and they were going. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I think there's something very sinister about wrapping yourself in that like cultural identity. And
I call him the Instagram president. He's this fucking, he's just this cultural elite. He's everything that he supposedly stood against. And
I know.
The way that he governed, he came and he was supposed to end the Iraq war and the financial crisis he was supposed to solve. He fucked both of those up. We had a horrible economic depression for the entire period. I mean, look, if you want to look at the wealth inequality, the explosion, the lack of wage growth, that all happened under Obama. He got lucky that Mitt Romney ran against him. All the ingredients to be able to beat him were there. Romney just ran a terrible campaign. And then immigration in 2014, he overinterprets his mandate and he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to do whatever I want on immigration. And he goes all in and he does DACA. And honestly, that is responsible for Donald Trump because what he did is he both polarized the liberal base on the issue of immigration, which was amnesty first, maybe border security sometime in the future. But he also energized the Republicans who were like, oh my God, when they have power, they're going to mass legalize literally millions of illegal immigrants. And that it leads to the 2014 executive order leads directly 1 year later, Trump comes down the escalator and says, no, we're going to build a wall and Mexico is going to pay for it. So there are direct consequences for these actions. And immigration is the number one reason, in my opinion, why Donald Trump was elected. Like, there's no question. Even
what do you think about the population collapse that's going to come when all like the boomers go and
I
they
think
have
that's
less kids?
fake.
You don't think we're going to have to be just importing people?
No. And I think that's a very convenient explanation. I mean, look, at a certain point too.
If the numbers dip, how's it not real?
No, what I'm saying is that the idea that first of all that we're gonna have population collapse and we're like Japan is just like not true. But there's first of all, but the second is there's this presumption that the only way to do it is to import like basically like second class citizens from South America.
Did you ever read The Next 100 Years by George Friedman?
I have not read that book. I think I'm familiar with the thesis.
That's his big thing. Yeah,
right. So I mean, this is a very popular way that people justify like mass migration. First of all, like there's another way, which is you could try both economic and social incentives to change the picture. But the other thing is there's something like really sick about this idea that the only way to like that the birth rate itself is the only thing that matters and not like what the actual makeup of the United States is and all the secondary and the secondary tertiary effects of what mass illegal immigration like does to the U.S. economy, to U.S. society. It makes a mockery of like U.S. law. And like the entire way our immigration system works is just totally fucked up. Like people don't understand. Like our immigration system is totally unique in the Western world. The entire rest of the Western world has basically merit-based immigration. We are the only country still left on family-based chain migration. So what that means is that, so I'm a U.S. citizen, right? And so, because I was born here in Bryan, Texas, but the way it would have worked is my parents who emigrated here, their family members have a preference in the U.S. immigration system if they were able to sponsor someone to come to America. It doesn't matter whether those family members are they college educated? Like, who are these people, right? Like, do you have a degree? Like, what's your job? Like, are you able to support yourself? That makes sense. If you migrate to Australia, they're like, they have a points-based immigration system. So they're like, a college degree, cool. Oh, you speak English? Much higher up at the list.
For sure.
Right? That's how it should work. It should be merit-based. It should be based upon, are you going to benefit the America? Now, people get very squirrely about this because it is contrary to the way that what I talked about earlier, the 1800s mass immigration.
Yeah, that was my mom's dad. Came over.
But
no, it was the 1900s. Sorry.
Right, but here's a good quote that I heard: "We don't make immigration policy for our grandparents; we do it for our grandchildren." So
sure.
just because in the 1800s, we had what? Industrial Revolution. We needed a shit ton of basically just like bodies to sit there. And, you shovel. Oh, you can swing a shovel? Cool. You're fucking Slovenian? Who cares? Whatever. But that's not how the U.S. economy works.
Yeah.
Like, the U.S. economy is a service-based economy. Our manufacturing jobs are high-tech manufacturing. Like, you need to be able to speak English to function in America. 12 million people illegally entered this country in the last 4 years. The 27% of them don't have a high school diploma in Spanish, by the way, so they're barely literate in Spanish. 20-something% of them have barely completed a high school education by Latin American standards or wherever they came from, and then only a small portion are actually college educated. So look, be real. Look at the stats. What is that going to cost the United States? Are they bad people? Absolutely not.
For sure.
But it makes a mockery of this idea of, first of all, of just order, like in terms of being able to just come here, no matter who you are, you just raise your hand and fake say, I fear for my life.
Yeah.
You're an economic migrant. Let's all be honest. And if you interview these people, they'll tell you the same. They're like, I came here for a job. I don't begrudge you. That's fine. But the point is that you can't allow that system to be in place where basically the cost of the bill of all of this is going to come down to us. So we need to dramatically shift to an actual merit-based immigration system. That's number one. But two, what we really need to do is also consider, after that period of massive immigration, of European migration, we had social chaos in this country. We actually were becoming like ethnic. There was a whole war over this. Teddy Roosevelt gave a famous speech. There is no we're done with hyphenated America. And hyphenated me like I'm a Slovenian American. He was like, no, we're all Americans. We need to be done with hyphenation. And that led to a complete shutdown, basically, of U.S. immigration from the 1920s up until the Immigration Naturalization Act of 1965. That immigration moratorium actually allowed for assimilation, where the term white became popular because it's like, as you know, if you read a book, ask white Protestants, were Irish people white in 1920? Absolutely not. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, they're like Lithuanian. They're like, you're Lithuanian. You're not white. Okay. That was bad. Just so we're all aware. That was bad.
Yeah.
And so the change in that, we need to go through that again. Like, we need to completely change the way that our foreign-born population has never been as high than previous from the late 1900s, right around when we had the same immigration moratorium. We're signing up for the same levels of problems where our heterogeneous population is just way too removed from each other. We don't have a common civic understanding or any of this. And the truth is that if you just keep importing 1 million people per year, and then the vast majority of them are illegal, no disorderly process, like, dude, this just breaks the civic foundation of the country. Like, it's just not going to work. And I say this as somebody whose parents came from India. Like, but that's my point, is I'm here now. I'm a citizen. Like, I have to care about my children, my grandchildren. What country are they going to grow up in?
Yeah, and it's also it's like, so it is kind of a bullshit thing to be like, well, since your parents came, you have to decide. It's like,
so
I can change my fucking mind.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, they left the third world so I could live in the first world, and I can make up my own mind. It's
amazing.
The best part of coming to America and to the West, anybody who is from like a Western or a non-Western country will know this. In non-Western countries, you're kind of like told what to do. There's a path, and there's a rigid class system, and there's like, this is how we live our life. And like, that's the best part about coming here, man. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. The social mobility here is better than anywhere else in the entire world,
dude. And that was the problem. I went to school for social work. Like, when I got my graduate degree in social work, and you were like, if you brought up social mobility, the teachers would be like, that's a myth.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I was literally like, no, it's not. They're like, that's a myth.
Does wealth give you privilege? Absolutely. But actually, I think I read that people who are born in the upper quintile, if you look at the across generations, after like 3 generations, their kids are usually back down.
Shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves.
Yeah, shirt sleeves to shirt
3
sleeves.
generations.
Yeah, exactly.
It does have extreme money has a degenerative effect.
Oh, absolutely.
It's obviously incredible, bounty to be born with a ton of money, but dude, it like kind of warps people big time.
One of my favorite books is The Fall of the House of Vanderbilt, and it's exactly about this. And it's basically, I think 100 years after Cornelius Vanderbilt died, his generations, not a single one of them was a millionaire, not one. And the first Vanderbilt after Cornelius Vanderbilt to make anything of himself was one of the only Vanderbilts not to be born with money. His name is Anderson Cooper.
What?
He is the first Vanderbilt, member of the Vanderbilt family, to not be born with money. The first one who was broke who made anything out of himself.
What the fuck?
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Anderson Cooper is the first successful Vanderbilt in like 200 years.
Since Cornelius.
Since Cornelius, the Commodore. Commodore.
I've heard he's a Vanderbilt, but it's always like he's a CIA.
Yeah, his mother was Gloria Vanderbilt. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, and you read their stories, the money just destroyed them. It destroyed their family.
Yeah.
All of them just became like degenerate dilettantes who became, I mean, they were addicted to alcohol and drugs, and they would blow it on these gigantic houses. And, they got caught up in the British rat race, and they all became dollar princess. I love the term dollar princess.
What's a dollar princess?
A dollar princess is, in the 1800s, American industrialists were filthy rich. And the way to have social mobility is they were like, we need to get our daughters married to English lords. But the English lords were broke. And so they were like, oh, we'll marry your kids. So Winston Churchill's mother, she was a dollar princess, Jenny Churchill. They hit the Duke of Marlborough. I forget exactly what his name. It was another Churchill. I think it was Randolph Churchill. He married one of Cornelius Vanderbilt's, I think it was a granddaughter or great-granddaughter. Same thing. He bailed him out. So he literally he could rebuild his house. And after they got married, he was like, by the way, I don't give a shit about you at all. He's like, I literally don't care.
Yeah, do whatever
He's like,
you want.
I married you for your money. He's like, I'm just going to go do whatever I want to do. Like, I'm just going to go live my life. Yeah.
That's that's crazy.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible. Her life ended up, it was a nightmare, unfortunately, for her.
Yeah. Well, it's also very rigid. I know if you have generational wealth, it's like you can get cut out of the will, then you're fucked.
Yes, there's stuff like that. There's all of that. And then, you have that house, the Biltmore down in North Carolina, the largest house literally ever built in the United States. It was built by a Vanderbilt. It's just, you read about them, like this guy would have like 7 marriages in the course of his life.
Dude, I did work in Arlen Specter's estate. He was dead, and it was, I think, one of the
senator from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yeah.
I painted his house.
Really?
Me and my friend helped paint his house.
Did you ever ask him about JFK?
Huh?
About JFK?
They were dead. He was dead. I should have asked him, but that's why I think he got a nice little estate.
Yeah.
But dude, it was just like his surviving family members, and it was for real, like, sad, man. Like we were in there, like, using oil primer, and the lady came in and was just like, this smells. We're like, yeah, we had it's fucking oil paint. She's like, well, I have a party coming in. We're like,
you should have told us that. Yeah.
And dude, she started spraying, just walking around as if you were like an inanimate. She would just spray perfume in the room, and if you were standing there, she would just go like right in your face.
Jeez.
My mom was a maid for the DuPonts, and she said it was the same thing. She was a maid at the house of the guy who was like it became like a psycho killer wrestler guy.
Wow.
She was down there, and she said it was like, she was like, I remember it being like, it was a very sad, it was just like a sad vibe in the house.
I mean, after 100 years, basically destroyed them all.
Yeah.
And it is very sad because most of them, the burden of, and it's not just them. I read another book about the Astor family. I mean, John Jacob Astor was like one of the first like real millionaires in the United States. He was a slumlord in Manhattan. He was like this Dutch slumlord. He was like, hey, he's like, how many of you immigrants can I charge $20 today? And his family, like they become these titans of society and all of that. And one of his great grandson, I think, died on Titanic. He was the richest man on the Titanic, and he died on Titanic. His 19-year-old wife, who had just impregnated, she got off. She had a baby. He became the Titanic baby. Because he was literally in his mother's womb whenever she was saved off of the Titanic. But basically after him, and he was, by the way, ended up being like some degenerate playboy. So it's like it didn't really live up to it. So.
That is the funny thing. You can achieve. It is very funny though to be like, you can achieve at the highest level. Just so your grandson can just like crash a boat while he's like coked up.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
one day
it happens
just
to all
blow
of them.
up on a river.
The Rockefellers, John D. Rock. He was kind of a psycho, actually.
Yeah,
but his son actually was relatively successful. He seemed like a good guy. His son's Nelson Rockefeller. He was the vice presidential nominee for the Republicans, governor of New York. But after that, things start to drift off, and now we're in the fifth and the sixth generation. You're like, who? It happened to the Kennedy family, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the longer you go down the Kennedy family, you're like, is there anybody impressive in the? I saw JFK's grandson going around the DNC when I was there, like filming TikToks and stuff, and I was like, bro.
That's the kiss of death.
John F. Kennedy's grandson.
I know.
I want to shake him. I'm like, live up to your goddamn father, your grandfather.
That's got to be a crazy family to be a part of.
Oh yeah, I just want to be like, if your great grandfather, the patriarch, could see you, he'd be sick. If he's like looking around,
just fucking
dancing. Yeah, he's like taking selfies and be like, hey guys, it's like you suck, dude.
Just Lady Gaga, like.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this guy blows. He's a dandy.
It is absolute dandy behavior.
Yeah,
it just does suck because it's like you want to do well, But it's like if you kind of like, if you just try to go for the absolute top,
Yeah.
it does like if without a vision of some sort, you just end up just kind of like.
I think that anybody who comes into even like a modest amount of money, like you probably need to do some serious thinking.
You
and
do.
You really need to be like, okay, like what is my life going to look like?
Look,
children. Like
this is why
how does
people
this
need to
work?
sell a lot of weed when they're 20.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I did this. I had the hero's journey. I came
Yeah.
into like I would make like $4,000 a week and just be like,
Holy shit.
dude, I was killing it. Well,
4,000 times.
I lost all of it. I lost all of it.
4,000 times 52 is how much? That's 200 something thousand dollars.
As like a
That's lot of money.
25-year-old dude, and I got to like
And
to
that's
like
all
the,
cat. You're not even paying taxes. Yeah.
I
It's
pay
like-
taxes. No,
Oh, yeah.
you get the ego inflation, and then like I got the rug swept out from under me. So that was one of the best experiences of my life to
Good.
lose all to
Right.
get like the ego pump, and then to have it just ripped away from you. Because otherwise, yeah, dude, if you catch that like it gives you the thing like when things are going well, I have an understanding like
Yeah, you
they,
think you're a boss.
they can definitely not go well very quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
Also, I would just say I've met a lot of people who are like super wealthy, and all of them are pretty weird. Like
Yes.
every person I know, every person I've ever met with 100 million more net worth, I'm like, dude, you're a weirdo.
Well, you
Like,
can't
yeah, it's
connect
like
with
every
anybody.
time-
You can't
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
like if you even broach certain subjects,
Right.
80% of people are going to be like,
You want to know funny? I was
Must be
talking to a
fucking
guy,
nice.
and I was like, yeah, you know when you're in an airport, and he's like, oh, I haven't been in an airport in 20 years, and I was like, whoa. I was
man.
like, oh, because you fly private. I was like, I've never even been on a private plane. I was like, that's a crazy. It was just so casual. He's like, I
Yes.
haven't been in an airport in 20 years.
I know.
I was like, whoa. Yeah,
Like,
it's just like,
okay.
what a life. Yeah. Like, what does that even look like?
Yeah, dude. I was talking to somebody one time excited about like flying first class, and he was like,
Yeah.
dude, my kids have never not flown private. And I was
Okay,
like,
well,
oh, I didn't
that's-
even think about that. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, but that probably really fucks them up. I mean, what are they going to do then whenever they have to fly economy?
Either they'll be stoked. Oh, here's the thing. I remember
Yeah.
I grew up in like a upper middle class suburb. So
Mm.
like I moved to West Philly and I was in the hood and I was like, this is so cool. And then like, so maybe they'll just be on an airplane and be like, wow.
Maybe. Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you're, what is it, like C on Southwest, and you're like trying to go for the middle seat or whatever, and you're like, my life sucks.
Yeah, true.
this-
That's
And
that
I'm
would
talking
be-
about plane. And now I'm talking about, you know this, you're Northeast guy. Megabus, like when you're taking like a midnight megabus to New York City, to
Yeah.
the cheapest one. And you're like, well, I'll take a bag. And when I get there, like change in a
Dude,
bathroom and put a
Megabus
new
was
shirt
nice.
on.
Megabus.
Yeah.
We did there was a Chinatown.
Oh, the
bus.
Chinatown. I know the
to
Chinatown bus. Yeah, I know what that
Just
one.
a pregnant lady driving it. And you're like, what the fuck? But dude, yeah, it's
Stomachs up against the steering
Yeah.
wheel.
yeah, for real, dude. There was for real a pregnant lady driving it before.
People,
But
drug addicts are like freaking out in the back, and someone's like, "Hey, can y'all keep it down back there?" I'd be like, "Shut your goddamn mouth!" Yeah,
that is true. It is. It does kind of set the bar too high, and
Oh,
then it's like
absolutely.
all you can ever do is be disappointed in life, or like again, I did eventually become very disillusioned with life in the hood. I was like, this is sad. I was like, this is so.
sad. Bro.
It's so, dude. It's
Yeah.
for real so sad.
Yeah, because the systems are like designed to just keep everybody down. And
Dude.
I mean, look, they have individual responsibility for sure, but like also the way the entire thing is designed,
sure.
it's like they keep it contained. Nobody cares. Everyone just wants to pretend like it's over there. And
It's
it
dude.
is
It's
what
for real. Like
yeah.
it's like I remember I bought a house in West Philly with my brother when I was like 21. It was like
Wow.
the house, dude. The house was $27,000. I lived in there.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah,
fucking
that's
awesome.
actually
But
cool.
the
Did you hang on to it? Did you sell it?
we sold it and then
Oh,
it got
yeah.
knocked down to me. It was structurally, it had a tree growing through the basement.
Yeah,
It was bad. But but I remember like going into like my neighbor's house and they were like, it's funny because when you live there, like there are a lot of like when you grow up, like I grew up, my parents watching Fox News. It's just the news being like, black guys are up to no good again. And it's like, so you get this like skewed picture. And then you meet the individuals and you're like, damn, these are like some of the nicest
they're
people. Then
great
there's people like just doing monstrous behavior.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember like the first time I walked into somebody's like my neighbor's house, it's like visually jarring because it's like everything's just fucked up. Like there's no symmetry. That everything's built fucked up, and it's like I remember like being there's just like bugs
Yeah,
and just being like, fuck, dude, that's like it was like just crazy.
I know.
But then it's like that's why you have to do good. It's like the brutal reality behind all of like the let's save everyone political messaging. It's like, dude, you have to bail yourself out at the end of the day. You just have to. It's sad. It's not fair.
Yeah, I look at
But
it
you have to do
two
it.
ways. As in, we have to, of course, like design and move systems to create like a quality of opportunity. But you also have to have a responsibility given the circumstances. For example, like I don't know, any money, anything that you're working with, I'll often be like, what a bullshit. For example, and you guys probably have this too. Crystal and I co-own our shows. We're small business owners too. And we have to deal with all the small bit and all of the paperwork and all the fucking accounting and all the shit behind it is mind-numbing. It's stupid. It makes no sense. Yeah. It's genuinely not fair because these major corporations and all these other people get all of these crazy tax breaks, and we're sitting here trying to figure this stuff out, and it sucks all of our time, and it's super stressful. And I could just be like, oh, it's not fair. And it's actually not fair. The people who are small business owners, you get fucked. Like, that's the reality. Yeah. But you just have to do it, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to spend 10 hours of my goddamn time learning the ins and outs of all of this to make sure I'm not getting ripped off when my accountant.
Why don't you just pay an account? Oh, you double check the account.
You got to double check, man.
I mean, sure.
I'm like you know, Patreon and all this. I want to be a good steward of other people's money. Like, I don't need pissing people's money away.
That makes
sense.
It's not
nice. You can't do that to people.
That makes sense, yeah.
I mean, it's a serious responsibility when you're like, hey, pay me $10 a month. Like, it's not a fucking joke, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, you have to become a steward of that money for real.
Well, hold on, man. If you want to give their money, man, that's But no, I agree. You got to give them something. You got to do something.
Yes,
you can't just piss it away.
You're working for them, and you can't just, and it's also money. It's like, look, I grew up Indian, so we're fun. Money, it means something. You're taught from a very young age.
Dude,
like, and I don't care how much money you have. Like $100 will always be $100 to me. I know exactly what that buys, and I know what it means and what it does. And like,
it's funny because it's in where I'm from in Garden Valley, Pennsylvania. There's been like a massive influx of the Indian population. Everyone I know, like people have like landscaping companies. They're like, bro, they're like just haggling on the fucking lawn. He's like, their lawns are this fucking high.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I'm not paying it. It's like my cousin's like, bro, they haggle me to fucking death. It's really funny.
Yeah, fuck him.
But yeah,
right? yeah.
That's what he gets.
Yeah.
But dude, it is it is like, it's one of those things. I feel like India, it's like they were out of the race conversation for a long time.
Of course we are. Yeah, we're the inconvenient minority. Because Asians in general are completely invisibilized by U.S. racial discourse.
Big time.
I mean, look,
but you guys are killing it, dude.
Yeah, we're the richest people in America.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, I'll say this: it's not really fair because Indians in America are like so-called like the twice selected elite. And so,
why do they say that?
Because India is 1 billion people. Okay. But the caste system, where Brahmins, which is the top caste,
I know
those people. Oh yeah, so you do know. Brahmins, 40%. I think it's only like 1 or 2% of India. My math could be wrong. So Indians, but 40%. So 1 or 2% of India, but 40% of Indian Americans are Brahmin. So that means 40% of the people here are part of the top 1 to 2% already of the Indian caste system.
Really?
Yeah, because they're doctors, engineers, lawyers, people who are highly educated. So part of Brahmin culture. That's where I come from too, by the way.
Okay, come from Brahmin.
But I'm saying our family has generations.
That makes sense. You wouldn't be able to get
of revering like education, family. We don't drink alcohol. We're like, this is how we live our life. Like our life is about family. It's about furthering the next generation. Individualism really as a concept is like not part of that. And that's actually why I think it meshes really well with America, is America will drag you to individualism. America will drag you to a little bit of consumerism, a little bit of like, you can be whoever you want to be. But the backstop that you have is like, no, this is not what we do. Like money, we don't spend it on stupid shit. When we have money, we spend it on books, on education. So my upbringing was like, the budget is limitless for anything educational. The budget is like 0 for anything stupid.
For fucking around,
And no offense, white people, but I have noticed you have proclivities for new cars and for nice sneakers.
Check my ride, bro.
And nice kitchens, and so I'll be like, so your kid's got $25,000 in debt, and you've got a new fucking kitchen. Interesting. In our culture, that shit does not fly.
Yeah.
But that's why I would say Indians are very successful in America because it's like we're both obviously highly educated. That's number one. But 2, I really think the culture is a huge aspect of it. The way that you revere money, you think about family. There are no Indian parents out there who have the money who are not paying for their child's college education. It's just, it would never happen. And in white families, there's this weird hyper into like, they got this like boomer mentality of like, they've got to figure it out. Because back in my day, I'm like, well, have you looked at inflation? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
And they're like, well, they'll get it when I die. And I'm like, yeah, but it's actually way more useful to help your child out when you're 18, 19 to 25. Those are the foundational years of your life. So it's a mindset difference.
That was the one. No, dude, I appreciate you saying that. That was the one thing my parents were actually really good about, is like, don't go into debt if you ever avoid it at all costs, and also keep a low profile. Like, Don't try to. My dad does spaz. He has like phases where he has like 57 bicycles in his basement. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But they were and now my parents weren't like educated really. They went to high school and they got out and that was it. But they were very like that was the one thing I think that's the thing I'm going to copy off of them. They like sent us to like an all boys Catholic high school, paid for our college, and it's like that's the one thing with my kids. It's like I'm looking for schools for my daughter right now, and it's like I was telling my wife, I'm like, because her mom's big on a lot of people I know are like the public school is just as good, and it's like. I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. It's like
I'm assuming you live in a nice area. It probably is.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, well, then
a lot of Indians.
I think you're probably fine then, man.
But that
I
went
to public school. Yeah.
No, the public schools around me it's like it's newly nice. So the public schools but it's like you compare it to a private school. And it's like, I mean, you've done well for public
I'll give
school.
you two cases. I'll give you the case for
it's
and
just
against.
My point is, sorry, before I cut you off, my point is if you can't afford it, you should spend money on your kids' education.
Oh, definitely.
That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And so in that case, it's interesting. But more what I meant in terms of that is sometimes people will be like, I don't know, like I knew a girl who wanted to take a graduate test, like study for the GRE. And she was like, oh, my parents won't pay for my GRE test, thing. But they have the money to pay for it.
That's
but they're
crazy,
like, you have to work to go for your GRE test prep. I'm like, what? Like, I was like, who are your parents? Like, what?
That's so ruthless.
Yeah. In my head, I'm like, that doesn't even fly. Like, it's just, but if I was like, hey, Dad, so if I was like, Dad, I need $5,000 for a GRE prep course, and I was like 23 or whatever, he'd be like, absolutely. But if I was like, I need $5,000 to go hang out in Saint Tropez, or it's like, he's like, what?
Get
like,
the fuck out of here.
No way.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that does make sense.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, and a lot of the suburb like that I'm from, I've learned that many of the families are just debt. It's just like the whole thing runs on a giant balloon of debt, and it's like kind of
Americans
terrifying.
are obsessed with debt. Americans are obsessed with consumerism, and I can't. My dad, when he was making good money, he was rolling around in a 1988 Mazda with no air conditioning in 150 degrees.
It's such a beast move, though, dude.
With his windows rolled down, and he refused to get it. He eventually sold it for $1,000 after he put 200,000 miles on it. So it's like that's where I come from. It's like, do you need a new Raptor truck, Texas? Probably not. It's like these guys, no offense, but if you look at the average car payment, Texas is the highest average car payment in the nation because all of these idiots are rolling around in trucks. You don't need a brand new truck.
Trucks
you
are
don't
like
need $80,000 Raptor. It's ridiculous. Like, sorry, you need a Toyota Camry, or a Hyundai, or like any of these other cars. They're great cars. They'll get you. So I am actually a big proponent of Dave Ramsey for the vast majority of people. I think Ramsey, what you were just saying, I think his like common sense approach, if 95% of people followed their life that way, they would be better off. He preaches like avoid debt, don't use credit cards and all of this. I personally am a big credit card point fiend, but I pay it by balance and all this stuff. But here's the thing. I think what he gets at is what we were talking about with impulse control and all that. It's look at the stats. People can't control themselves. They're only paying the minimums. They're taking out 35, 40, 50% debt or whatever on their APR, HELOC loans and all this. He's taught me about financial products I didn't even know existed. I'm like, wait, so people out there are taking 2 mortgages and then another mortgage on top of that one? How do you sleep at night, bro?
Dude, it's insane.
Oh my God. I actually cannot imagine. So if for anybody out there who's listening, if you listen to Dave and you actually take, at the very least, like take some of that advice to heart. The number one thing is budget too. No matter how much money you make, you still need a budget. And the reason why is you just need to know where your money is going. And you need to be conscientious about every dollar that you spend. So like you were just saying, like you and your wife need to sit down and make a choice and be like, we're sending our kid to private school. That means this is our nut. We need X, Y, and Z amount per month. This is how it looks like. And we're saving, and this is what it looks like.
I have an open mind right now. I'm like, I've looked at like 4 schools and it's like I've noticed a huge difference between public, but it's like if I see a public school that works, I would go. I'm not like one or the other, but
so I went to both, so I can make the case.
Yeah.
So I was very lucky. So I grew up in College Station. I went to public school for the first 16 years of my life. My last years of high school, my parents, we moved to Qatar, and I got to go to a very fancy private school. It was part of the deal.
Like an international
the American School of Doha, right?
Okay.
So I went from a school where probably the median income of the parent was like, let's say like $40,000
For sure.
to a school where the median income of the parent was probably like $300,000.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
An
that.
elite school.
It was an outrageously nice school, and we were flying for school trips. Like everybody there, their parents work for Exxon, and
Dude, that was
all
one of the
this.
schools we looked at. Like, we're gonna send your fourth grader to France for a week. I was
so
like,
there
what
you
the
go.
fuck? I was
Yes.
like, no.
That's what my last years of high school were like.
That's
And I will
crazy,
tell you,
dude.
I definitely loved it. I loved it, but I would worry that if I had grown up in that environment, and anybody out there, if you've ever interacted with people who are in that bubble, there's a lot of downside to that, man. Like that's when you were talking about the first class thing. We went on a school trip once, and one of the kids had never flown economy before, and we were all flying economy together. He was like 17 years old.
Like, what the fuck
He
is
had
this?
never been in economy class. He'd only ever flown first, and frankly, he was a pampered little bitch. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
and the people like that, like there is something important, and I think about it too, where about the people that I grew up with. I didn't even love them that much. I'll be honest with you, but it was important. I got to interact with people from all across different walks of life. I think public education is very important, and I actually think at a young age too. I think in high school, I could make a really good case if you have the money to go to private school. If you look at the stats, private schools send the vast majority of their kids to Ivy League and to other schools, especially if that's what you want for your child. But K through middle school, it's not really about education.
really
It's about
matter.
socialization.
Yeah.
And so for socialization purposes, I don't really want my children, just me personally, like to be growing up in a bubble. And in that bubble, like I've spent enough time now in elite circles that I can see how dangerous that it really can be to the mind, and to how that person can eventually use that privilege in others. And first of all, they're over-interpreting their own success. Like this idea of like, they'll be like, oh, we're doing pretty good. I'm like, you are not doing shit. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm doing good. You're not doing good. Like, you have not done anything. And
yeah, dude, it is
like,
it is weird, man. That's the kind of the thing I've been struggling with. It's like, because I don't want to be like, get them older and be like, what the fuck? You could have sent me to a nicer school. And I'm like,
Right.
I didn't want you to be a dickhead.
Yeah, but you can also just track each of your children, and like, what if one of them is real? Like, there are different types of schools. There's magnet schools, there's math schools, there's sports, there's drama, there's like all these other ones. Like, you gotta. What I would do is I would be like, okay, well, first of all, again, K through 8 is about.
Whatever.
It's not about education. Actually, a lot of that education, my man, is on you. All right.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
if anything, you're trying to pay somebody else to teach your kids how to read better. That's about you.
You gotta do
You
it.
need to step up in the house.
I'm fucking. What are you
All
talking
right.
about, dude? We
All right.
spelled her name the other
But
day.
that's what I'm saying. You got to be keeping that shit up every day.
Tutors and shit,
after
yeah.
school. Not even tutors. You need to be engaged. You need to be making sure that you're sitting there and making this stuff done, because that's where the parent really is the most important.
Sure.
Of course, middle school, high school, when we start talking about SATs, and that's when I think education and the quality of teacher can really make an impact on them. But that's by the time they're starting to become like formed as a human being and may have an idea of what they want to do. But those initial years, I think it's really just about learning how to like be a person in the world, about how to interact with others, following rule, like what does it mean to like live in a society and be in like this ordered weird thing that we call. So that's the purpose of school, man. Like at
For
the
sure.
end of the day. That's why homeschool people are fucking weirdos. Can we all be honest? Have you ever met a normal one? They're freaks. All right, it's true, man. Like, it's true.
I know. I know people who are homeschooling right now. They're gonna be pissed at you, dude.
I don't care. I mean,
We
look,
met one homeschooled kid.
sometimes they do it in pods and they're okay.
We
but
met
the
a
rest of them are
homeschool
weird.
kid in my baseball team,
Yeah.
and like we drove him to tears.
Yeah, you should.
It was,
and he deserved it. Yeah, I mean,
it was
like,
so
to be
mean.
honest, he deserved it, dude.
Well, there is a huge
Yeah.
aspect of the socialization for sure.
Yeah, it's important
for
It's
sure. But
very
then it's like with the public schools, like, well, what are they getting socialized into? Then you look at all the other shit they had going on with like, like when like, don't tell your parents if you want to trans, come to us and we'll send you to
That's
a doctor.
fair.
That was the shit that was free.
You're living here in Texas, dude. What are you worried about? You're actually
Dude,
worried?
these schools, dude, now all the schools, I'm in Austin.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
schools
sure.
are like, dude, they're pretty fucking, they go pretty hard with that shit. And
Interesting.
that's the stuff that I'm like, but I don't know.
What about the rest of the burbs around it? Round Rock, Fredericksburg, all those other places. They can't be there. I mean, I grew up around here, man. Like that's those are some Bible belters.
You've been
last
going for a
I
long
checked.
time, dude.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're
This
that's
place
not
changed.
wrong.
You left, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're true.
But that's kind of, I don't know. I went to a wall. We can get out of here soon. How long are we doing, Josh? 2 hours. Damn, dude, we almost did a Rogan. I'll let you out of here in a second. But
Sweet.
I was laughing. Today we toured because again, it's like I'm going to public schools. I'm just trying to find that's the one thing I will try to give my kids the best in education.
Well, you should. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with doing private school.
But
or
I will say today. So I was thinking that I went to the Waldorf school today. I don't know if you're ever familiar.
I know.
with Waldorf.
I'm familiar with what it is,
dude. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and it was like almost theoretically. I'm like, it's all the stuff I like, and I saw the reality of it, and I was like, no, it was just like almost creepy.
I agree.
There at one point there's one dude in the tour. No matter what the person said, he would go, "Oh, that's so important." And like dude, at one point, they were like, "We have climbing trees, and we have trees we don't climb. Those are the climbing trees." And he goes, "Oh, so yes." And then they were in another room, and they're like, "For math, we have a tactile sensory aspect where we have these marbles, and they're actually counting the and the guy literally over marbles goes, "Oh yes." I was like, "Dude, would you shut the fuck up?"
That's so weird.
There becomes a point of it where it is like
there are some millennial.
It's like
trends.
a fake savior. Like we did the entire Odyssey school play in 4th grade. It's like,
yeah,
all right, dude. Like
there's
who's
some
this
millennial
for?
trends, like the Waldorf. I need to look more into. I'm not 100%.
I think they do well. I think it has like. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say gentle parenting is the one that I've become familiar with for this millennial trend of being like they don't say the word no, right?
Yes.
Everything is about redirection. And the Indian in me is like, how can you possibly turn out like a well-formed adult? Like actually a huge, well, I would say a majority of adulthood is learning how to deal with the consequences of the word no.
That's
it's
what
like,
adulthood
you want a
is.
job? Fuck you. No.
There's a
you
giant
want more
no.
money?
Yeah.
Fuck you. No.
There's a giant no hovering over your entire life.
Yeah, it's literally like you're like, or you want to go on a date. It's like, what are 99% of these women going to tell you? No, absolutely.
I know.
You're a loser. Actually,
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I go back. So it's like I grew up in like the rigorous old school. Like if you get in trouble, you get hit, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I do think that's not a good idea to do.
Probably.
I think it's genuinely. It's like I don't think it's the end of the world, especially if you're not like getting drunk and like coming in for no reason. If there's like a rhyme and reason to it, it's not the worst thing. But I do think the punishing physically makes you as a kid like I'm not going to tell my parents anything.
That's right.
I don't want to get smacked.
No,
in the
but they
head.
need consequences.
They do need
of a
consequence.
kind, right? Like you need to take away the things that they like, or be like you're in the silent treatment or stuff like. I think consequences are really important because man, when you get shielded from it, and honestly, even I remember like that first time when you're 22 years old and you graduate from college and you're actually out on your own and you really are. You're like, oh my god, like this sucks. Like, so now you make a bad decision and you're sitting there, and you're like, holy
dude,
and this is on me, and I'm by myself right now. Nobody's gonna bail you out right now.
And I'm telling you, the worst possible is when you're making bad decisions and it's paying off because eventually it all hits you and you go, oh, and it comes for everybody, dude. And you go, oh man. And the older you get, you go, there's no way I got to live my way through this now. And it's like,
right, bro.
I agree. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming. I can talk to you forever. I can talk to you forever, dude.
I really enjoyed it. This is actually pretty fun.
Dude, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.